I like this guy. They are funny guys.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Honey, you can't even turn around in that thing.
Look at this.
Funny, it's funny, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
You're funny.
You mean?
So?
Well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me. I'm a little maybe, but I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
Then nuke the entire site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to Mischief.Mayhem.Movies, episode 6. We've made it to 6 episodes. By the way, I spelled episode wrong in the description, so it's been that kind of a day. But it's expected by me, right? I'm a little slow. Anyway, how's everybody doing today?
We're good. We're great.
What happened to the order of the people here? Did you guys switch around the order of people here?
That's what I was wondering too, actually.
We do whatever we want.
So Copa's the sub in this situation. Yeah.
I don't like to the party, pal.
I guess we're gonna go with it.
Yeah.
Vex is on top. That's all I gotta say. It is what it is.
She's touching my head.
She's rubbing your.
She's rubbing
who doesn't
my
want
head.
Who doesn't want to look at the? By the way, I don't want people looking at Copa's nipples because they're standing out.
No, they're
either
not.
It's really cold or he's excited.
No, they're not. I don't see them. I put them away.
Are you ready for your Seagram's commercial?
I got
the guitar.
We'll do it.
Oh my God, he's got a guitar. He's gonna sit.
Mm-hmm.
If you start playing shift,
we're not breaking into
there.
We're not
if
breaking
you play
into
that
the middle
song
of your
from
set, are we?
He's gonna play the shift from the Deliverance. I'm cutting off the stream. I don't need this shit in my life.
Oh.
Vex is like, what the fuck are you talking about? What? He's gonna sing us a song. Anyway, thank you everybody for showing up today. We have a lively chat. So we got 14 people in here already, all to see Copa's John McClane nipples.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of nips.
Ooh.
Is there actually going to be a wardrobe change, by the way? Because I called you out on this earlier.
Ooh.
But I'm curious.
There might be. I might actually crawl through an event just for the show.
Wait,
gotcha. You might get shot at.
My wife might come in and shoot at me.
Is it me or is White Bear's screen there looked like it was having a
It was
seizure?
glitching out pretty bad.
Yeah,
that looked actually kind of cool. That looked cool.
That was wild, right? Look at where all I see is his head and the screen glitching. So either the government got him or he's tripping.
It was John McClane's nipples right there. Or my coffee dripping all over the keyboard.
We're gonna go ahead and quickly address the chat because there's a few lovely people in here. So we got Mr. Wookie B Bad, Mr. Call of Duty. This guy was grinding so much on Call of Duty. I think he golded every weapon possible in the game because of the weekend. So that was achievement to see. Theme Park Casual, what's up there, buddy? This guy, Copa. I don't know who that is. I don't care who he is. Nobody cares.
Delicious.
Yeah. Jana, how you doing, Jana? And Anime Night 1992. Everybody's delicious in here. We're all delicious.
You are.
Yeah, Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch, of course. Hello.
She's delicious.
We're all Sharon Catania. Who you brought your whole family in tonight?
Oh, hey Sharon, that's my sister-in-law.
Oh God,
welcome to the party, pal.
Welcome to the party, pal. Make fists with your toes. Lambency's in the chat. It's up there, but Advent Weird World finally showed up to his stream.
Oh, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Speaking of nipples, here he is.
Yeah,
Mr.
you and your
Nipples.
nipple thumbnails or whatever. We got some talking to do there, Weird World. Honestly.
Those titty thumbnails, they just kept popping
They're
up
the
on my
best.
YouTube feed yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not mad at them.
Me neither. Me neither.
Appreciate
like you
that.
to be mad at them.
Just a little bit. Real quick.
Oh, there it goes again. Look at White Bear.
Oh, look.
Oh, this is getting bad.
He's being abducted. We have it live on YouTube.
What the heck even is that?
A counter of the fourth kind.
Wow, don't know. That movie's fucked up.
That movie was really
Are you all right
fucked
there,
up, my
White Bear?
goodness.
Yeah. Are you okay?
He fed his computer code.
Yeah, I didn't know that powder couldn't go in the computer. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Okay.
Spicy.
So I wanted to real quick, before we get into our topics, to address something today. Today, besides being an effed up day, ended up having some good news. Two things happened. Got to do a show with these lovely people at the end of the day, and also I hit a milestone on my channel today. Hit 300 subscribers.
Hey!
Oh. Thank you. So what I wanted to go ahead and say to the people subscribing, people listening, we've built a little bit of an audience here in the last 6 months. It's getting bigger. It's getting better. I appreciate all of you. I could not do this without any of you, and I could not do this. Number one, most important thing is without my team of people. I wanted to make that very prevalent today on social media, and I wanted to make it prevalent on the show today while people were listening. Cannot do this alone. I don't care who you are. Because of my Monday crew and my Friday crew, I am at where I am. I am where I am. So thank you, people. Even you, Copa.
But you didn't thank my nipples. That's what set you over the edge.
You whip them out. We're going to thank them together. Anyway.
They're just edging along.
Thank you very much. You're all awesome, freaking amazing people. This new year is going to be amazing. Next goal is to hit 500 at some point, and then eventually someday hit that 1,000 mark. I hit my watch hours already. You do an RRR review, and then you get like 8 million people to watch your video.
Apparently.
So
I need to figure out a way to make that political. So
yeah, do it. You'll be all
dude,
right.
it's totally political. You could totally make it political.
Yeah, right.
For sure.
So I appreciate you all. Thank you. I love you. Look, even Filipino Meatball's in the chat, and he says he wants you to whip them out.
What? What does he want me to whip
Your
out?
nipples.
Your nipples.
No, he's got to be specific.
Okay.
The right nipples.
Oh, okay.
So
it's everybody's
to get
favorite.
into our topics for the day, so we are talking Die Hard. We're going to do a nice movie review of the best Christmas movie ever made. Probably one of the best action movies ever made, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Die Hard #1, where, of course, Vex had to make a comment of how gorgeous Bruce Willis was when he was a young man, because this is what she's learning about Mel Gibson and Bruce Willis lately. They're very attractive men when they were young. So,
I mean, it's more that I didn't appreciate them when I was like a teenager, right? But as I get older, I'm like, I can understand why my mom was okay watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get into that, of course. Well, you got to see Mel Gibson's butt, and here you didn't see Bruce Willis nude, but
No, you saw his nipples though.
you saw his nipples. You saw
he was shirtless for like a good third of
that
the
is
movie.
true.
Yeah.
And
that is
covered
true.
in blood. Like
That's every woman's dream, right?
Ladies love it.
Exactly.
Ladies love the blood.
Ladies
So
love blood.
So Copa looks like basically he's doing cosplay of Bruce Willis in Live Free or Die Hard when he lost all his hair.
Right.
That's the fourth. That's the fourth Die Hard. That's what
I
Copa's
look
going for.
like Bruce Willis in the first one when I was 20.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. That's where my hair.
Yeah.
That's where my hairline was back in the day.
Does she like? Wait, Filipino Maple says, does she like a young Eddie Murphy, like a Beverly Hills Cop 2 Eddie Murphy?
Look at his earlier comment there. That's what I was looking at.
Oh, sorry. Jesus. I don't know what to do with my life with Vex on. I mean, that never. Jesus Christ. He never gives up.
He wishes he could be me.
Wookie says, watch Color of the Night. Bruce Willis full frontal.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
He gets very naked with. There's a lot of nipples in that movie.
Yeah.
Not a great movie, but there's a lot of nipples. And he did like some steamy romantic comedy. Not a romantic comedy. Romantic drama. I remember that movie. I never really saw it the whole way through, but there's a lot of.
He only paused certain parts. Like
I paused. Well, when he whipped
Bruce
out
Willis's
his
wiener was on
wait, hold
screen.
on. You like how
he
Vex
paused.
pops out the phone real quick? She's like, "Excuse me."
Color of the Night.
You remember that movie? That wasn't a very popular movie.
No, I totally remember it.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Because you keep talking about it.
So does the tissue box that you used when you watched it.
No, well, you're the one who keep telling me, "Oh, it's minute 33, minute 33, pause it, dude."
Stop. 22 minutes in, there's a big, nice nipple shot. Okay.
Right.
While Vex is getting it on with Bruce Willis and Color
Wait,
of
what?
Night.
My wife even said adding Color of Night to the watch list.
Oh, look what you did.
There you go.
Hi, honey. No.
Is that a racial thing? Color of Night? Is that supposed to be like a racial thing?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
No, it's because a colorblind psychiatrist is stalked by an unknown killer. Color of the Night.
Yeah, she's already watching it.
You could tell by the description the plot is just wonderful, but you're not watching it for the plot, are you? Yeah. We know what Vex is doing tonight. Anyway, all right, to get on topic now. Like Filipino wants to get on top. Never mind. So we have Henry Cavill news. Some brief news. Now, everybody knows what happened to Henry Cavill. Obviously, this last week, the poor guy's had a rough go. Left The Witcher, got basically fired from DC playing Superman. Now, holy crap, man! Over the weekend, there was a big smear campaign against this poor man. I'm going to bring this information up here real quick if my computer doesn't explode. But this poor guy really went through the ringer, and there's a lot of information that came out. And thank you, Vex, for the wonderful research.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
So there was a lot. It was okay. So maybe somebody explain this to me. So there was a actor who came out against Cavill, put out all this whole thread on Twitter, basically talking about how difficult he was to work with, and how the women didn't like working with him, the female directors didn't like working with him. He was toxic. And then the guy backtracked.
It wasn't an actor. It was a journalist of some kind. And she had gotten in touch with someone who worked on the set of The Witcher. And they were like, oh, let me tell you this real quick. And then she basically just leaked out the transcript of whatever it is that person said. That's why it looked like it was typed out in like Notepad. And it had a ton of errors and missing words. So who knows if that was real or not, but that's how it all came to light.
And people ran with that crap.
Of course
they took it matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
Is anybody surprised that the most salacious rumors are coming out right now?
Oh, not at all. Because it happens every time something good happens to Henry Cavill.
Right.
On top of that, that same woman who tweeted all of this, like people went through her Twitter like history, and like she's got posts like fawning over Henry Cavill years ago before all of this. So it's clearly just to hop on this train and get their 5 minutes of fame. And then she put her then she put her thing on private after everyone called her out.
Yeah, of course. What was it yesterday? Yesterday where I think I read that she came out and said that how they're unsubstantiated information. It wasn't really like part of it wasn't true, and everybody called her out on it. And it's really something though. Like this guy. And this was just on the heels of him getting the Warhammer 40K show for Amazon that was announced. And then the information today that I read briefly about The Rock. Basically, there was a whole story about him using Henry Cavill just to get this DC universe that The Rock wanted to put together, using to get back into the movie, Black Adam. And there was a whole situation here where I got to look for this, but he basically ghosted DC and Black Adam. He unfollowed The Rock, unfollowed him on social media, and then there was a whole story about the how he was screwing Cavill. What the hell is going on with this now? Like, so why? So I can't stand The Rock anyway. Obviously, so what do you guys make of this? Where The Rock used Cavill to kind of build his own universe and just kind of basically coaxed him into coming into this and talking to DC, supposedly telling them to bring Cavill back in for the credit scene, knowing damn well that there was no future for him possibly even then. What do we make of that?
Well, I think it was silly for Henry Cavill to get a word of mouth agreement. I learned about that today, and when I found that out, I was like, "Well, you gave up a steady paycheck for a word of mouth agreement, and then The Rock brought you in, and he kind of used you, or at least that's what's being said now, and all this for just a word of mouth. Like he kind of counted all of his eggs, or
Put all his eggs in one basket.
Put all his eggs in one basket. Yeah.
Let's go with that.
Cavill and The Rock both had the same manager at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes sense on why they were in discussions and why The Rock kind of pushed for him to be in Black Adam. That makes sense to me. Although one of them got rid of that manager. Cavill did.
Yeah,
he got rid of that manager. What?
Several months ago. Yeah.
Oh, several months ago.
It got confirmed a couple of days ago that he fired her or left her or whatever, but it happened a few months ago.
Okay. But I just find it weird that he did that just based on word of mouth. That doesn't make sense to me.
I agree. I think there's probably something that we're not getting on our end that hasn't been released yet. Because it's, again, like you said, eggs in one basket. That's a really risky move.
Yeah, especially with something that's so shaky as Warner Brothers in DC. I think James Gunn really doesn't like him. I think those rumors are actually true.
Yeah, so here's the information. Henry Cavill fires The Rock's ex-wife, Danny? Is that Danny Garcia as manager? Severs all ties, being ousted as Superman from the DCU. So, yeah, this is kind of... There's Vex's man. Henry Cavill. So like I feel bad for Cavill because
every man is Vex's man.
Yeah, she's got that. I was gonna say, got Mel Gibson, Bruce Willis, Henry Cavill. Who?
That's not true. I wouldn't leave my husband for a young Mel Gibson, but I would totally leave my husband for Henry Cavill. There's a difference.
Exactly. Such an imaginary horror.
I know. I gotta live out that dream somehow.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah. So I feel bad for Cavill. This guy is really getting pushed through the mud here, and we had the video from the Friday show where I talked about, and I had a clip about this, how he basically was screwed over but prevailed in the end because he got this deal with Amazon, which I think is going to be great for him because he's got like a producer credit on the show, right? And then here's the thing. Is this going to be the end of this thing with Cavill? Are we going to see more smear stuff come out about this guy in the weeks come ahead? Especially as closer it gets to his show coming up. It does make money. It gets clicks. Yeah.
But now, isn't he dating somebody, or he confirmed that he was dating somebody and she's some type of producer?
At Legendary Pictures, yep.
Okay, so that might be a thing.
She was integral in them getting the Warhammer deal, kind of the ball rolling, right? So he owes her quite a bit of thanks just for getting that rolling, but I don't think that really has anything to do now that the deal's secured.
Right.
Henry was born in the wrong era.
He was born in the wrong era. And then Anime has a good point here. He is Superman. He is yes. I mean, everybody loves Christopher Reeve. I love Christopher Reeves. But any new
Henry
iteration
Cavill,
of this, he's
Yeah, he was bred in a test tube just to be Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's right there. I said this last week. He's right there at your fingertips. Superman is right there at your fingertips. He's perfect. Yeah. He has a perfect look. He has a perfect cadence. And they just let him go. That's why I really do think James Gunn doesn't really like Henry Cavill.
Honestly, I just think James Gunn hates whatever he didn't have a hand in. Because looking at everything WB had put together for the DC universe, the casting was perfect for basically every major character they had. But then everything else was just really poor. And then he decides to only keep on the things that he had a hand in, first of all, and second of all, that his wife was also involved in.
Good point.
So
we're basically starting from scratch. Like
pretty much.
Yeah.
You're not, I mean, to me, you're not, I mean, there's more information that came out today about Gal Gadot probably not coming back. There's more information. Well, that's not official. That's just a rumor. But you got to think if they're getting rid of him, they want to start over again. After Aquaman, after Flash, Ezra Miller, we talked about this too the other day. Ezra Miller's gone. Aquaman is not going to be Jason Momoa anymore. So the younger Superman version, and Vex brought up a great point about this in our chat, that part of it is probably to save money, right? You're not going to pay these if you're hemorrhaging as much money as Warner Brothers is, you're not going to pay these actors, these big time actors, $20-30 million contracts. So you get these lesser known actors to build up their universe, and then if they start making money, then you could bring in the heavy hitters again.
And a young Superman is perfect for that. You get a 17, 18-year-old kid. you can lock him in for a contract easy for 10, 15 years, and you
Right.
can lowball him at the beginning if he's an unknown, right? So financially, it works in their favor that way.
Yeah, but
James
nobody
Gunn
wants
hates
to. No one
Superman.
wants to see Smallville the movie.
That's yeah, right. It's
not another origin story kind of thing.
I'm kind of tired of the origin stuff. I'm tired of
everybody's tired of the origin story.
Just make a good, I just make a good Superman movie. It's one thing I heard Nerdrotic say the other day in his video is just start with one movie with your big gun, go Superman, and go from there. Just make a good movie.
Just make one good, solid Superman movie.
That's it. That's all you have to do. You had the guy to do it with. That's the crazy part.
Absolutely, 100%.
Wasted this poor guy's career. And Left Eye Ego, thanks for joining in, buddy. He says James Gunn hates Superman. That's why he and his brother made and his cousin made Brightburn.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree.
He's 100% correct.
Quick little question. Like, past couple of weeks and plenty of time before that, I've heard a lot of people not liking the different versions of Superman that have come out. One where he breaks a dude's neck, one where it's the older stuff where it's basically kind of campy in a way. And then other ones where it's, the origin story growing up and more with, Lois and all that. So what are fans mainly looking for when it comes to a Superman movie? Like, what are y'all looking for? Do you want where it's basically, I don't know what people are actually wanting, because they don't want a frumpy Superman. They don't want, I don't know.
If I was running the show, I would say that fans want a lighthearted, funny Superman that's action-packed. That's all you need. Yeah. Like kind of a throwback to Richard Donner, but put him in a little bit more of a modern era with modern CGI. Yeah. And you're cooking with gas at that point.
This modern take of this brooding, we have to discover ourselves. No, that's not Superman.
Yeah. Just take the nihilism out.
Yeah.
And replace that with truth, justice, and the American way, and you're going to make buku bucks. Maybe not in China, but here in the States, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, look at this Top Gun Maverick, right?
Look at how much I was thinking.
JT Gunn, how dare you?
Oh my God.
I mean, if they were going to do that, they could have did it years. I mean, they had the show, but if you're going to do it with the movies, you had 10 years to kind of build it. I don't know. I just give me a straight. The guy's already your freaking hero. None of this. Do I have to save these people? Should I save these people? I am going to save these people. I am a badass. I am Superman, and just go. I mean, you have the two best characters to start off with, Batman and Superman. Start with Superman, work the Batman, and then everybody else. I just don't understand this, and I personally, we talked about this Copa before the stream. I'm not the biggest James Gunn lover in the world. I think his movies are okay. I was not a Suicide Squad fan. I did not love it. Guardians of the Galaxy, we talked about this, with the different opinions on the first and second. Yeah, they're okay. What warrants this guy to run a freaking major studio? I have no idea. That's been
my question. What makes him so valuable?
I don't get it.
What makes James Gunn so valuable?
I don't want quirky.
Sorry, no.
No, go ahead.
I was going to ask, do we have the financials for Peacemaker and the Suicide Squad at all compared to the first Suicide Squad?
I believe off the top of my head that Suicide Squad did like middle of the road type of.
Gotcha. What about Peacemaker though? What are the viewership numbers like for that on HBO? Because I heard a lot of good things about Peacemaker. I watched a few episodes. It wasn't my cup of tea, but it seemed to hit really well with a lot of people online.
I heard, I think you're right. I think most people gave it a positive review.
And then also just with like Guardians of the Galaxy, let's face it, nobody knew who Guardians of the Galaxy was until that movie came out, right? Because they were not at the front of like the Marvel, even comic book universe.
I had a couple of Guardian comics when I was a kid, but I couldn't tell you like who was what and where.
There you go, right? So he really brought the light to a bunch of characters that weren't really popular as well, and he did I like that first Guardians movie, in all honesty.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It fit that world. He did a decent job with the first one. Copa said he liked the second one better than the first one.
The character arc was better in the second one, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
I thought the second one was just more entertaining in general. But I know
Superman
I'm like
movies will be a cross between George of the Jungle and The Mummy, lighthearted but considerable. Well, okay, and that's fine.
Well,
I don't need quirky, jokey. Everything's a little quib here and there. James Gunn for Superman though. Like that's what I don't want, especially not for Batman. If that's where he's going to go, I don't like that. Yeah, it gets tiring. That Marvel shtick really wears on you, and it's an overkill now.
It'll be a good day.
Yeah. And so it's like, you're right. White Bear's got a point in a way. It's like either people want the dark or they want it very lighthearted. It's hard to get it a good mix, I guess. I can't think of a movie. I don't know if anybody here can name a movie that nailed it with both.
I didn't mind him breaking his neck. I don't know why everybody freaked out about it. I would have broke his neck too.
Well, because that's not what Superman does. He doesn't kill people.
Yeah, but do you want him like putting him in some type of weird cube and floating him out into space?
That's what people wanted. They wanted him to go into the Phantom Zone. Put Zod back into the Phantom Zone because that's what Superman would. My thing with that whole scene was get the fucking people out of the way. Move! Just fucking move!
They're like, we can't move.
We're just sitting there. There's like a whole, if you look at watch the movie again, there's a whole area where they can run away while Superman's fighting Zod, and they're just standing there like morons. I know it's stupid, it's trivial, it's small, but it's small details that sometimes have a big impact. Fucking move!
It's a small
just fucking move. Then Superman doesn't have to kill people. Sorry. Am I wrong?
It's a small detail. It's the small details that give movies personality.
There you go.
And I was tired. I was tired of watching Metropolis get 9/11 like 15 times over.
Oh,
yeah,
it's so true. It's so true.
I was like, oh my god, this is like 9/11 times 1,000.
Zack Snyder was like, well, we wanted to show the power that we know already. He's Superman.
It was like Zack Snyder went, hey, you guys remember 9/11? Yeah, we remember 9/11.
How about 9/11 16 times over in 5 minutes?
Great.
Flying through buildings and just punching.
Half of New York. Hey, Snyder, half of New York just had to get a therapist because of you. Good job.
Now, I'll say one thing about Snyder. Even though he's a shitbag sometimes, like he tied the BVS movie. He did tie that well into the beginning of the movie, into what happened with Man of Steel. But it's still another shit show. But people liked how he started off that movie playing off of Man of Steel. But it's like, and the Vex brought this up too. People consider this a trilogy for Henry Cavill's Superman. Is it really a trilogy though?
No, it's not.
It's like he wasn't even in half of the movie in BV. Like it wasn't even about him half the time.
It doesn't even count, dude.
And Justice League was a friggin' nightmare.
That sounds like to me that they're just trying to honor his contract.
And then in the Snyder cut of Justice League, he's only in at the very end, really. Like really towards the end of the movie, a little bit in the middle, and then towards the end. So, but they consider this a trilogy. They put it out as a DVD collection. And they put it as a Snyder trilogy. Some people call it the Superman trilogy. It's the worst trilogy of all time. It's like
not even close.
So this poor guy, they just fucked up. Warner Brothers is a mess. To me personally, I don't care who's running it. I don't have any faith in them. Now, I hope it works out. Like, we all want good content. This is where people get it wrong. We're not just making fun of it or, debating this and talking about this. We want good movies. We want the studios to succeed. Just because I'm done with Marvel doesn't mean that I don't want other people to enjoy Marvel down the road. They piss me off so much and put me out so much. I don't care anymore. I don't care about Star Wars anymore. I don't care about fucking Marvel and this new Avengers that they have coming out. Did you see this panel of this fucking joke of new Avengers they have?
No, please explain this to me. Is this the lady Avengers?
No, it's like whoever they have left, basically. So it's Shang-Chi, whoever took out over as Black Panther, what's her face, the sister, Captain Marvel, Ant-Man. Who else was there in there?
And the virtual signaling Captain America. Did you say that already?
Yeah, Black Captain America.
But not the Guardians?
I don't know.
I don't think I saw a Guardian. I'm trying to. Here we go. I got it right here. Hold on. I'll pull it up. Hold on.
Pull it up.
You're ready to laugh? You ready to have a chuckle? This made me feel good today.
Oh, is Ironheart in it too?
Here's the new Avengers.
She-Hulk. There we go.
Hell yeah.
This is supposed to be more popular than the original Avengers.
She's going to twerk on the bad guys.
It's fucking kidding me with this? Who the hell's going to watch this?
She-Hulk is going to throw cheeks on all the bad men.
Yeah, and she's
Well, this
not-
isn't the
Work, baby.
confirmed lineup, right? This is just what Marvel at this point has.
This is
what could
This is
because
what they
the
have.
whole
But
yeah, the next Avengers movie has been announced and all that stuff, right? There's a timeline
Yeah,
for that. So
yes.
as it stands,
anybody
this is
give a
who's
shit?
available.
I call
Wait,
them the minors.
who's gonna play
I like this. I call them the
Minority team.
Yeah, minority team. It's true. It's talk about
Yeah,
virtual signaling.
totally.
Each person on here I can give two shits about. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
the character in Ant-Man, Black Panther. There is no more Black Panther, obviously. Captain Marvel's trash. Shang-Chi, this fucking guy. The guy thinks whatever. I can't stand any of these people. The virtual signaling Captain America. Who? I mean, really, this is supposed to compete with Thor and the real Captain America and Iron Man.
Shang-Chi wasn't he a stock photo model?
He's Canadian. He's
oh,
too.
well,
Oh God!
what are you doing? Your people, Vex. God damn it!
Control your people. We keep importing these Canadians.
Hold on, I like
awful.
this from Filipino Meatball. I feel like the new Avengers equates to the 25th round of some college teen exploring her new boundaries at the frat party.
Pretty much. That's spot on, actually.
Oh yeah.
Fucking come on with knowledge. Yeah, so I'm looking at that. Well, Vex actually sent that to us, I think, in our chat, and I was like, "You got to be fucking." I thought it was a joke. It's like this has got to be joke. Nope, this is what they're
I'm
looking
trying
at.
to think
Like
they also have Blade lined up, but that's been pushed back now because the director dropped out.
Mess of a movie, yeah, mess.
I don't know what's going on with Deadpool. Like we're still getting
What about
R-rated Deadpool 3. And then there's the X-Men stuff. We're getting more X-Men, like the teen X-Men or whatever.
You want to bet?
So-
Here's where I'm going with the Deadpool 3. It's going to be a PG-13 release in theaters and a rated R streaming. Like you can choose.
Why do you
and
think
watch-
that actually?
Because they can make more money. That's
Sure.
PG-13.
Deadpool already has been proven to make massive amounts of
They
money
can
as an
make more.
R-rated film, though.
But
They're gonna do it.
didn't they release like an uncut version later?
Yep.
So-
They're going to
I
do
think
it.
that's-
They're going to do it. I guarantee it. I can
If they
smell
do,
it
I
from
will
a
be
mile away.
genuinely surprised.
I'll be genuinely surprised the opposite way. I'll be genuinely surprised if they don't release a PG-13 in theaters.
Okay. It makes sense when you say it though, because now it's under Disney, right?
It will make more money.
It
Yeah.
makes more sense when he's showing the nips.
I like Deadpool. I will not go see
The
a
nips
PG-13.
don't lie.
I will wait.
I'm like the
Those nips
Shakira
don't
of
lie, man.
chess. The nips don't lie. I just do the rest of the show
Let me
like this.
Anime at night says if I was directing, I'd do a solid Gambit. Well, we've been waiting for a Gambit movie for freaking how many years?
Yeah, really.
The Real Justice
my
League and
God.
Teen Titans bring back Bishop. Is it?
You know-
Yeah. Well, you're talking logic here, and that's not what they're gonna do. So
Don't talk to me about Gambit.
If they sell off Marvel at some point, I don't know why they would, but I'm just saying
they're never gonna. Do
if
it.
somebody ever picked it up, maybe they could do it. But I just don't know if we're gonna ever be to that point in culture where we can get a good version of that. Yes, the Triple X Men. oh no!
Well, I think we'd all watch that.
Stepmom, what are you doing?
Oh, that's
Stop
true.
it.
Anime Night brings up a good point. Venom 2 is PG-13, and that didn't make any sense to me at all.
They made a shit ton of money though. Both of them did, which I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
understand that either. That was those movies.
I don't
No,
know.
'cause
I think
that-
that was
that-
all just Tom Hardy, in all honesty, for that one. He was.
I
the
didn't
money
think the
maker.
Love
first
Venom.
one warranted a second one. I thought the first one
No,
was total
but they
I
both
agree with
did
you.
well.
They're both garbage films. I don't
Yeah, they're-
understand why those did so well.
So bad. They're so,
The standard is so low now for a good superhero movie. It's really, really depressing.
Oh, yeah.
Like super depressing, considering what we had 10 years ago.
5 years ago. Even 5 years ago.
There you go. Right? So
And
Tom-
you
That's
know,
what I'm
when I
saying. I don't
walked
think
out,
they will.
see, honestly, when I walked out of Endgame, I said, "That's it." I don't see how people go back to the movie theaters after this to
Mhm.
see
I
another
agree.
superhero movie.
I
So
was
they're
done
gonna
at
be-
that point. Yeah.
I said Kevin Feige is
Yeah.
going to have a hard time convincing people that this isn't actually the end of superhero movies. It's just the end of this era of Avengers or whatever else. And they totally
mean
went a
called-
completely. They did a 180 after Endgame, where they actually drove away fans and they tried to add the message.
Mhm.
It just
A
didn't make sense to me.
message.
I think the only the message. I think the only way that you get away with a real superhero movie now is if they make it like I don't know, a movie that doesn't let you know that it's actually a superhero, kind of like the M.
Like
Night
the Nolan
Shyamalan.
trilogy.
Like the what?
Yeah.
The
Oh
Nolan
yeah, like
trilogy.
that take on a Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I liked what White Bear said with Shyamalan. Unbreakable is just Superman without knowing he's Superman.
If they had done that, I mean, that would have turned into a thing. It's just.
Oh, that would have been great. I mean,
I was watching.
I mean,
that
I know
at the end.
they have the Unbreakable trilogy now, but
Yeah,
Unbreakable was just great because it was such a different twist on the Superman.
It was, and I love.
I really liked Unbreakable, except for I thought the ending was.
Well, that was M. Night
little
Shyamalan
rushed.
doing his twisty McFisty. He's always doing
his usual thing.
He ruined himself with the Sixth Sense because after
he's
that,
Shyamalan himself. Well,
he does that with every movie he has. He
I think
ruins
with
himself.
I know.
Yeah, and I think with Sixth Sense and Unbreakable, everybody was like, "Oh, what's the Shyamalan twist with this one?"
Yeah.
So with Signs, everybody was kind of like, "That kind of sucked." That little twist.
Don't talk to me about that movie.
I actually like Signs.
Hey, you?
No.
Hear,
I didn't dislike it, but
you want to hear
Okay.
anything about Signs?
Sure.
Signs isn't even actually about aliens.
But demons.
Yeah, they're demons.
Yeah.
Why do you? Is it because of all the religious imagery that we get in like the first half of the film?
He's a pastor,
and he's a pastor, and they're afraid of water. He blessed the water. He probably blessed the water in his house, or his water supply in the house. So when the water actually hits the entities or whatever they are,
it burns their skin.
It burns their skin
But then
because
they say in a news report at the end of the movie, they're like, "Oh, it started to rain and the aliens, ran away. They didn't like it."
He probably blessed the rains in Africa like Toto.
He said, "I bless the rains down and He got outside and started singing. No, I agree. If I look at that movie from that lens, that's the only way I like that movie because
it actually sounds better that way.
No, I liked it when it first came out. I thought one thing Shyamalan does do well in that movie, builds suspense without actually. It's good filmmaking in that sense. You don't have to see anything. It's all just sensing it. Right. You're hearing these stories, like you hear the creatures in the dark corn and old school kind of horror, not just in your face. Everything's CGI. But as I got older, I watched it again. I'm just sitting there going, "Wait a minute. These aliens, supposedly they're aliens, right? They come from galaxies far away. They can't open a fucking door. They're afraid of water. Like they don't know where they're traveling to. Like what is this?" I actually like the family dynamic of the story. I thought that was well thought out. Parts of it I like, but I don't know. There's an alien stuck in a pantry and he can't open the door. Like,
Signs is where he started to lose his shit.
Well, was it the Village before or after the Signs?
I think it was after, like 2 or 3 years after. Yeah.
I think you're right. Then he went on this weird path to this crazy horror shit, and I don't think he's ever really recovered except for
Glass
Split?
and Split.
Split was pretty good. Yeah.
Split was good. Glass I thought was disappointing.
Yeah, Glass was disappointing because that was the end of the Unbreakable trilogy.
Split was actually a surprise. It was actually a nice surprise. I thought it was well done. And the twist at the end, that was really good. An actually good twist because I didn't expect that universe to come together. But anyway, we're going on a M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
But anyway, I wanted to get into this thing, this Vex thing that she sent today. Of course, Vex with the research over here. She sent me this tweet thread. No, it's good. It's good. So this is James Gunn basically in a tweet thread going over, just kind of talking back to the fans about what's going on, what his thoughts are. So he writes here, one of the things Peter and I are aware of when we took the job as heads of DC Studios was a certain minority of people online that could be uproarious and unkind, to say the least. No shit. You just destroyed their whole freaking, where the hell's the thread? What did you do to the thread? God damn it. So he went on this. Okay, here we go. Our choices for the DCU are based upon what we believe is best for the story and best for the DC characters. Remains to be seen. We have been around for nearly 85 years. Perhaps these choices are great, perhaps not, but they are made with sincere hearts and integrity and always with the story in mind. Okay. And then basically just goes on and says, no one loves to be harassed or called names. I'm pretty sure he got a bunch of shit online about this. To be frank, we've been through significantly worse. Disrespectful outcry would never, ever affect our actions. And then, of course, we were aware that there would be a period of turbulence when we took this gig. And he just goes on and on talking about the future of DC and how it's going to be difficult. Not everybody's going to love it. So, Copa, you had talked about this. You said you weren't really thrilled with his tweet thread. You want to elaborate?
Well, I just first of all go back to what James was saying.
Oh, sorry.
With what? Sorry, with what?
Oh, I thought you wanted. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying with James Gunn. I truly don't think he likes Cavill, and the reason why I say that is because what was it 2 weeks ago? Someone said, "Hey, there's this rumor where you don't like Cavill at all," and he goes, no, some of that's true, some of that's false, whatever. And then a day later or something like that, it's like Cavill got shit canned.
Right.
So, and he was the first one. No other names were dropped, too. It was just all about Henry Cavill at first. Yeah. And then we got the drip of, Ben Affleck wasn't coming back. Gal Gadot wasn't coming back.
Right. So I think with this tweet thread, it's like, look, I'm going to give James Gunn a shot because I really don't know what's going to come down the pipe here. So I'll give him a shot. But at the same time, he's going to sit here and say, the rumors are untrue. And then 2 days later, they actually turn out to be true. Okay, dude. Like, why don't you just shut your yapper for like 2 minutes and run your studio? And then
he's doing the same thing that they all do whenever they're coming out with this crap, whether it's a female director or, sorry to give you PTSD again.
Secretary, answer that, please.
But they're doing the same thing that they always do, which is go ahead and pre-attack the audience. So that's cool. That's a smart financial decision right there.
Apparently, people think you're being kidnapped and you're in a cave somewhere. So blink twice, White Bear. Blink twice. We know you're alive.
Don't worry, we got light. We're good.
Oh man, he's getting so many comments about how he's an M. Night Shyamalan monster in there.
Oh wait, we'll do it right. Yeah.
I just want to say I hate this trend of celebrities having to come and clarify what they're doing on social media. I don't think that was necessary at all. Like,
exactly,
we get it. You're making changes, and we understand that there's going to be a lot of transitions. We don't need to see you stroke your ego online.
Right.
Just let
That's
it
exactly
be
what I was saying too.
That's what it is, yeah.
Like, just shut the fuck up and go run your studio. You haven't put out minute one of anything that is yours from DC. Mm-hmm. So shut up and get to work.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're doing. It's like how those people were bitching about Trump being on Twitter all that time. Okay. He's like one of those same people who were bitching about Trump being on Twitter all the time. Okay, so get to work. Shut up. Get your stuff done. You're running a studio.
You go make a movie.
You haven't produced a 1 minute. I haven't seen a trailer from you at all. I haven't seen anything.
Oh no, we got a trailer like last week though. We did get that
from one
for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Part 3.
Well, that's not from his studio though. No. That's from Marvel.
Yeah.
He's done and over with Marvel. He's not going back to Disney. So, he needs a shot. Especially when the rumors are starting to be true.
Yeah, I agree.
It would be one thing if he came out and said, "Hey, I just signed Cavill for a 5-picture deal."
That's what I mean. Like, let us know relevant news, but otherwise, just shut the fuck up. We don't need to hear everything that goes through your mind at all.
Right.
I don't hear every thought in your head.
I don't need to hear you bitch about how there's toxic people on the internet. We all live on the internet. We understand. Now shut up. You're a high-powered studio executive now. You're going to get toxicity thrown at you. Don't be such a bitch.
Don't be such a bitch. Do what a lot of people should be doing, which is do your press releases and let somebody else handle it. Put out preferred statements and leave it there. Leave it at the door so you don't get involved in.
Yeah, I'm just tired. I think I'm with Vex. I'm just tired of this shit. Just put out good content. And the thing is, you got a 10-year plan you keep talking about. It's like, dude, you just come out with one movie first. Yeah.
He's
that's done well. You're talking about
heard
a
of the 30,
worth
60,
of
90 plan. You've heard of the 30, 60, 90 plan, right? Where you get a 30-day plan going, a 60-day plan going, a 90-day plan going. He's straight up telling you what his 90-day plan is. And it's like, dude, why don't you start with the 30-day first? What's happening in the next month?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, jump the gun.
No pun intended.
I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
Oh, wow.
Those nipples are working.
Oh, she does research and jokes now? Wow.
We got some clever people on this panel.
I sell toe picks as well for those that are interested.
ASMR voice there.
Wow.
Just maybe. God. Just maybe.
I'm going to hate this shit if we're doing ASMR again. I felt so violated for Vex last week.
Oh, it was horrible. It was great.
I can violate you this week if you want. I can read you the steamy excerpt that I've been working on.
That might be
right there.
That might be a
closer. You guys get when you
like
show a little nip.
Yeah, that might be a closer for the show. And now, steamy ASMR with Vex Electric.
Can I bring up just like real brief?
Of course.
Are we gonna talk about? So we covered James Gunn. We covered the Henry Cavill stuff. Can we just for like 5 minutes talk about this whole Elon Musk thing that's been happening over the last 24 hours?
What?
Yeah.
He's stepping
Please
down?
do, young lady.
That he allegedly is stepping down as Twitter CEO because everyone was really unhappy with that whole you can't link these websites thing. And then they deleted that policy anyways. And people were still upset. And then the quartering revealed that he really is a soy boy.
Wow.
I'm putting it out there.
He was going after it. He was
exactly. That's what I mean. Is
it was a little embarrassing.
It was very embarrassing. And it didn't stop with just one tweet. Like it was just going throughout the entire night. And then this morning, and then he even compared it to 9/11 at one point.
Oh my God. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
He called it the 9/11 of free speech.
And I was looking at one
the
of the
quartering said this?
Yeah, the quartering said this. Yeah.
I was looking at one of the
9/11 or 3.
He goes, at one point he does admit, he goes, hey, just being there in a certain, he goes, lawyers got paid $29 million there at one time. And kind of lean back in his chair, like, dude, we know that you just want money. So don't come out this hard. Like I was telling you, like if he came out this hard whenever voting time came around last time, maybe things would be just slightly different, but this is what, where you're going with it. This is the hill that you die on. And
yeah, Stovepipe, 9/11 was bad. We get it, Stovepipe.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, well, this is apparently 9/11 times 1,000.
I mean, I saw you guys putting out the
1,000.
You guys were putting out the information today, and I was like, dude, quartering, what are you doing, man? It was so obvious. It's so over the top. I'm like, come on, man.
Well,
really?
It's the same. Go ahead.
Well, also, the dude never did say that he was going to be there forever, and I think he knows even when he's being volatile. At times with he did say that Twitter's going to make a ton of mistakes. Like that was one of the first statements that came out in like the first 2 days of him officially taking over and kicking people out of the office. Yep. He's not going to be there permanently. He is going to step down, but I mean, it's still his business, and the CEO, whoever he puts in charge, is still just, his paid puppet. It might have a better visual, to people in the middle or the left or whatever, or, wherever you are on the spectrum on that. But that's all it is. It's not the biggest deal in the world. So while people were taking their little victory laps and, looking at Copa's nipples, it's not that big of a deal.
Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't?
I better flash the
Who
nipples.
doesn't like Copa's nipples? We love Copa's nipples.
Those are
smash that like button if you like my nipples.
Smash the like button, please.
Well, smash the like button.
No.
You would smash my nipples.
We need Vex to say it in her voice that she's practicing for her.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Please, dearly, smash that like button just so we can get a nice, titillating view of Copa Catanya's nipples.
Oh my!
Oh, sold.
If it gets up to 25, I'll throw in the right nipple.
There you go. You have a chance to get both nipples if you just smash that like button.
Who doesn't want to see those pepperonis? We want to see those pepperonis.
I can't come down on the quarter.
What is wrong with you?
God, here we go with the
just
brain.
Talking about this.
I can't.
Oh my goodness! No, don't ever bring that cup on here again. Never again.
Never. Well, Yeti F says he used to have red nipples once. What happened? What happened to them though?
They kick flipped right off his chest. That's how rad they
Were
were.
Tubular.
Yeti F says he
Rad,
also
dude.
sells feet pics. And you get to guess whose feet they
a
are.
nipple doing a kickflip.
This is the imagery we need.
Someone illustrate that, please.
Oh, we have a Joker in the house. What's up, Joker voice?
Oh yeah. Hey.
But no, this guy was doing the same thing he did with the whole Louder with Crowder thing when he helped out with the whole server issue, right?
And I can appreciate somebody helping, but he had to say it like in his tweet before, saying, "Oh man, I'm up all night,"
oh, I gotta get
helping
on
out a
bed
friend,
with the video,
and he wasn't saying who he was helping, and it's like, I'm up all night helping out a friend, but you gotta do what you gotta do, saving babies from burning fires.
I remember he was like. He was tweeting that he was going to host the Crowder show at one point, and I'm like, seriously? Like you were going to host the Crowder show? Louder with Crowder. Never happened.
Filipino meatball, you have a lot of problems. You have a lot of problems. I don't understand what's wrong with you. I
think he's just really sexually frustrated. He hasn't had a chance.
That's what it is. Yeah.
To fuck a meatball in a while. That's all it is. Yeah.
You just take balls and smash them together.
Exactly. Yeah. Get some marinara sauce on them so they got some lube and just
wow.
Just pound that meat.
Exactly.
Pound that meat, baby.
Get out of that meat. Yep. Grind that meat.
Grind it.
Grind the meat. There you go. I like that. That's much better than what I was thinking. Grinding the meat with marinara sauce. That's okay. Going off that disturbing image, thank you for that. Now I won't sleep tonight.
Before we transition, can you read the chat?
Please. Yeah, please. Of course.
Hail Joker as well. Hail Joker.
Yeah, Joker. You're the man, Joker. Joker voice is awesome. He's got some great videos out there. He's got an awesome channel.
I watched his Marvel video today, actually. I really
that was good today. Yeah,
the things that Marvel should do to I really enjoyed that video, Joker.
Yeah.
Will they listen?
I got that saved for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it.
Will you rub your nipples while you watch it, though?
I rub my nipples when I watch all your guys' videos. Are you kidding me?
I would hope so. God damn it!
That's why they're so chafed.
It is dry and cold out too these days, so that's. You're right there. Vex is like, she's done. She's like, I can't do this shit anymore.
Vaseline is good for that, Copa. There you go. Yes.
I wish White Bear would unfrustrate me.
Stop spitting on my own. Stop spitting on my own nipples is what you're saying. Use Vaseline instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you don't want them to get chapped.
Well, I thought it was sexy with the spit, but.
Let's see here. Joker's got some good inside info, too. He's saying, in more DC news, Gal Gadot, whatever the fuck her name is, will most likely this week formally withdraw from the DC studio plans. I could probably see that.
I thought that was basically set in stone because she made the announcement that she wouldn't be returning for Wonder Woman. So I figure that was kind of the set in stone thing.
It looks like the only one that's going to return is Aquaman. What's his name?
Jason Momoa, yeah.
Yeah, Jason Momoa. Yeah. But he's probably going to return as Lobo.
Which
is
fine.
Yeah, that's perfect casting for him. Everybody thought when he was first announced for DC that's where he was going.
What a goddamn mess Warner Brothers has created. I mean, and I guess what Joker was saying that
it was
the
not
Batman
even Warner
sequel
Brothers.
Still in the
you
air.
Can't even really blame Warner Brothers for this shit. You have to blame AT&T. When AT&T took over Warner Brothers, they really fucked this company up. They really did.
Yeah,
and it wasn't.
Oh, they did. Yeah.
It wasn't.
When did they buy out WB? When did that happen?
God, I want to say about 4 or 5 years ago.
I was going to say about 5 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they sold.
That's when it started going downhill.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Oh, massively. Because a cell phone company or a phone company knows a lot about running a studio.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with this. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So he'll come back as a different character. They'll replace everybody else, and
the Snyderverse just done.
Took off.
All right, bye.
Where the fuck? Where did he just go? They finally took.
He's got things to do, errands to run, bitches to F. Come on,
chickens to
drop off.
Yeah, cocaine.
That's the one I was thinking of. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a dealer, man.
Oh, by the way,
he's got one key of Colombian Bam Bam that he's got to deliver.
Bam Bam. I mean, those are those chickens that he has that he shows us. Those is that like a front?
Exactly. That's where he puts it in the egg. He hollows out the egg. And then puts the cocaine in it.
Stuffs the chicken with cocaine.
I'm
a weirdo.
Yeah, I agree with
egg
this. Divorce everything associated and rebuild. What a fucking
absolutely
mess.
Get rid of the Snyderverse. I totally agree with that.
Guardians 3 trailer. I don't care. I'm not gonna watch it. I just don't care.
I mean, people want to watch Pratt. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
At this point, I'll watch it for Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
but I'd rather.
I
like
Chris Pratt
as Kyle Reese than anything else.
You and me both. You and me both.
Great movie. Great series. Better books.
Speaking I gotta hop on those books. I gotta hop on those.
Oh, they're so good. He's got a new one coming out in April too.
Yeah.
I follow Jack Carr on Twitter, but I just haven't read any of
He's got
books.
a good YouTube show too. He is awesome. He's a good writer. So is Copa. He's a good writer.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Carr took a page or two out of my book, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when we were both,
ideas.
Well, when he was a SEAL and he was in California on the West Coast teams, he'd come visit my house and stuff like that, and I'd say, "Jack, sit down. You might be a SEAL, but I'm." Oh, Pratt can do no wrong.
No, they got a whole thing going.
I really am the lady's voice here. Okay, there you go. Yeah. I understand the ladies of the Kenobi show.
But my wife is cutting me off with my Jack Carr story, my fake one, about how he'd come to my house.
How he was, I know.
Yeah, I was teaching him all this Navy SEAL stuff too, but never mind. Yeah, that's another story.
I know. I thought I heard that about you. You're just
Is that the inspiration for that scene in the Terminal List where Chris Pratt goes and he starts scoping out the condo and he does the running on the beach and everything, and then I'm just gonna look at that scene and be like, oh, Copa was the direct influence.
He was the inspiration.
I was and his nipples. Inspiration for that. I don't want to take credit. I'm still under an NDA, but he had it written differently. It was first of all, Reese was all in ladies' outfits and stuff like that, and I said, "This isn't gonna fly, dude.
Gotcha.
This is just not gonna work." I said,
"What the fuck? What is wrong with you?"
And there's a lot of things wrong with me. The nipples for one.
Oh my god. Yeah, I like Chris Pratt though.
The other thing is my cocaine bear is gone.
Yeah, what is he okay? Like, do we want to do a wellness check on him?
If you OD online, does your screen just wipe away? Is that what happened?
Apparently.
Let's see what's going on with him.
Yeah.
Find out, Vex. You're the researcher around here.
Yeah. Go copy and paste.
Do some research. Call a hospital.
I'm the researcher, not the investigator, bruh.
Oh, come on.
Isn't that the same thing?
You got
Depends
some
what I'm investigating.
Everybody misses Wiper. Where did he go? I think his internet was a little weird before. It was doing weird things.
Well, his screen was.
Maybe his internet was on cocaine.
His screen was doing Shyamalan things.
She's making things happen. She's doing things, as she says.
That's what Vex said?
By the way, real quick, we just, not that I want to get into it this week, but could we talk about the Oppenheimer trailer that came out and how I got a boner watching the trailer?
Is this different? There's two separate conversations?
Yes.
I don't want to talk about your boner, but I'll talk about a movie.
I mean, one can go with the other.
Yeah, but I don't want to be a part of that.
You get your nipples out and then you don't want to talk about that?
Just keep it quiet, man.
All right, fine.
Keep your boners quiet.
We'll talk about Oppenheimer.
Yeah, let's talk about Oppenheimer. My God, that was a fantastic trailer. Outstanding. There's a movie called Fat Man and Little Boy with Paul Newman. Yep. That's about the same thing, the Trinity test.
Yep.
And it's all right. It's okay. This one is going to be the definitive. This is the story about Oppenheimer and the Trinity test and everything, all the problems that he had, and basically the turmoil, the internal strife he had to wrestle with while developing this weapon. And it's going to be fantastic. I can't wait to watch it. And I do like the touch. I mentioned this in the chat. I do like the touch of when the date for the movie came up. It had Geiger counter sound effects to it.
Yeah,
I thought that was.
I like that too.
Yeah.
I like that.
Parts of the movie are going to be in black and white, like
but
Memento.
Watching it, I don't know if you guys ever seen like some of the nuclear tests go off in slow motion, but what he captured there is, those flashes of light and stuff like that. That's pretty much high speed nuke, or what's supposed to be a high speed nuke going off. Actually, Nolan, he probably did detonate a nuke.
He's killed a bunch of people.
Yeah, he killed 6 cinematographers, and all their skin melted off. It was worth it. Yeah, he's going to get.
I want to know how he did the explosion effects, because he said that they didn't use CGI for that. It was all practical.
Did it practical.
So I want to know how he did that. I'm excited for just the extended behind the scenes stuff for that and all. That trailer just gave me straight chills.
No, it's good.
Yeah, it was chilling,
fantastic. Barbie comes out the same day though as well.
Oh my god!
There
you go.
That gives me chills in a different area.
Yeah.
Which one do I watch?
Which one?
Gee, I am hard pressed for what movie and how I want to spend my money.
What do we do? Do we? Yeah, it's like, do you go? Which one do you watch? Well, if you watch Oppenheimer first, you go to Barbie second to kind of get out of that, because I'm going to guess Oppenheimer's going to be dark and just.
It's going to be heavy.
Kind of heavy, and then you go to Barbie to release. Oh, that's a bad word. I mean, you go to Barbie to
relax.
Relax.
No, I'm going to go to Barbie to release. Yeah. Sorry. Gosling's in it, right?
Yeah, but
then I'm
Simu Lee's in there as well. Again,
that guy. Oh
Yeah,
god, I
he's in
can't
the
wait for
trailer.
those. Is this movie going to be woke though? Are we going to have like heavy feminist messaging in this movie? And then,
well, I made some notes on this one because, like, I even mentioned it to you guys in the chat. It was the extended look at little girls smashing baby dolls.
Yes,
they can idolize this
false idolization of manufactured
perfected
females.
woman. Yeah.
Oh, is that that's in the trailer, right?
The whole that's the whole trailer essentially. You get maybe like 10 to 15 seconds of clips from the actual movie, but the entire first minute of that trailer is just a bunch of little girls with baby dolls, and then Barbie's here, and then all you see is them smashing and throwing the baby dolls.
Well, was that so? Because I've seen parts of it, it looked like a callback to 2001.
Yeah, that was what they were trying to mimic.
Yeah.
Okay, so the bones from the 2001 is the baby dolls.
Mm-hmm.
So basically what they're saying is, and I'm guessing the baby dolls are Cabbage Patch dolls.
They look like those, yeah.
They look like it,
okay, so what I'm understanding just from the top of my head is that Barbie was taking over the Cabbage Patch doll as the new It toy. So they're smashing the... Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then they throw the... did they throw the Cabbage Patch doll up in the air, like the bone?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
It was just kind of disturbing. That's all. Just
I agree. There.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the world looked interesting. Like they have the pink buildings and the toy buildings. Obviously, they're building that Barbie.
It looks like it's going to be a musical too, just based on all the dancing.
Yeah, that's what you were. My favorite note here from Vex is that cuck Simi Lou is. I was like, oh. There you go, Vex. Tell us how you really feel. That's awesome. And then, I don't know, Will Ferrell, Mike Cera, Rhea Perlman, America Ferrara.
Rhea Perlman's in this movie?
Yeah.
Not my favorite cast of actors.
Yeah.
I mean, Michael Cera's okay, but Will Ferrell.
The only thing I'm worried about with Oppenheimer is Oppenheimer was a big commie. He was a card-carrying commie.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they're going to make him that aspect of him sympathetic or not. Or if they're even going to bring it up.
Based on the trailer, already we get really emotional in the trailer anyways, and we really get into his mindset. So I think that will be one of those things that we're not even going to really touch it.
I'll be happy if they push that to the side. That'd be okay.
It's Nolan though. Is Nolan's not really
political.
I've never really known. Yeah.
No, Nolan's more psychological. He's trying to scar you psychologically.
Yeah. So I don't think that will be one of those things they'll really I think that'll probably be a thing that they'll bring up once the movie comes out, just to smear it because it's a white male lead and cast and all that stuff. but I don't imagine that will be a folk. It'll be briefly mentioned, and that's it.
The only thing I can think of is when Oppenheimer gets investigated by the OSS for being a card-carrying communist. This probably be brought up in the film, but yeah, knowing Nolan, he might not touch that politic.
Right.
We'll see.
Man, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. I think
But
it's going to be a fun movie.
But I'm watching Barbie anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah, we'll be watching Barbie. I really am interested. Is Barbie obviously well, they're both going to be PG-13 because Nolan doesn't do really rated R.
No,
I'm really interested to see.
Everybody was pissed off when he did Dunkirk and he made it PG.
And it was PG-13. I'm interested to see
people were fucking upset. I remember that. People were just like, "What the hell are you doing, dude? This is a World War II movie. You need to have blood and guts." And you said, "Why? You still get the same emotional draw if I made it PG-13 or R." And it was excellent.
It was good.
And he was absolutely right. There's a way to do violence in PG-13 movies.
No, he handled it perfectly. And it was more about the story of just them getting off the island. You didn't need to see people's body parts flying across. It's not Saving Private Ryan.
The way he did, he played with the chronology of it all. Was excellent.
That's what he does. That's why I'm interested to see what he does with Oppenheimer with that, because he loves to mess with time.
Yeah. The bomb blows up in the beginning, and it's a boring story afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then it's all about him building it. And you never see it blow up again, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't want to watch this. I'd rather be in Barbie right now." In Barbie, hours. People are going to say that. I'm going to go in Barbie now. I bought a ticket to go in Barbie.
We're gonna get a lot of Barbie cosplay, Barbie and Ken cosplay for people to go see this movie.
Oh, Halloween! That's gonna be the couple's costumes, Barbie and Ken. 100%.
I thought it was going to be a big atom bomb going off, but I'm so bad.
Yeah, they're gonna dress up as the what are you? I'm the Manhattan Project. I'm interested to see what movie it does well. That's going to be interesting. They come out the same time, so what movie outpaces the other? I mean, is Barbie?
Barbie will probably will, just because it appeals to a wider audience. That's all.
A bigger audience, yeah. That's true.
Right? Adults and kids alike will want to go see it. Parents will take their kids to probably go see it. People who just want to jerk off to Margot Robbie will go see it. Like Oppenheimer.
Who would want to do such a thing?
Sick people. You guys are sick.
Yeah, men are gross. Nasty, nasty people. Anyways,
it's okay. Girls that want to jerk off.
She was in Wolf of Wall Street on the carpet.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't know what you're talking about. I never saw that.
I can tell you the minute.
So Jacob Ironside's in here, but as Judge Ironside, and he said that he has to use his backup account. What did you do? You can't make comments on his main account.
My wife is saying that too.
What are you guys doing?
I think we broke the internet.
I think we did. I think it was Vex's sultry voice talking into the microphone.
Mixed with my nipples, thank you.
Your nipples did do it.
Nipple flip kicks. Nipple flip kicks.
Ooh, that's all we're going to talk about now is nipple flip kicks. That's all she's going to think about.
It's all I can picture.
Did they block? I wonder if is YouTube messing with our chat? God damn it, YouTube!
Hey, YouTube. Stop it!
Just because we talk about Margot, I can't even talk. Margot Robbie's
Rago Barbie.
Rago Barbie. Barbie.
That's what
get off my lawn.
Gets out the tissue. Roger Barbie, I'm going to watch you. I'm coming inside you now.
Whoa!
Well, that's what you do when you go into the theater. You're going to go inside Barbie.
Oh shit!
You buy a ticket and you go inside Barbie.
What is happening?
And then you come out of Barbie. And then you go into Barbie.
Excuse me. Yeah, Filipino Meatball, this is all your fault.
Yeah, that is 100% all your fault, Meatball.
Yeah, 100%. You sexually frustrated man.
Leave
Vex alone, damn it. Stop harassing the help.
We brought Vex into the fold so this shit wouldn't happen. Use your brown power.
Well, apparently it's not working. Wipe Air was wiped. Somebody whacked him out because he's gone.
I know.
He's done. It wasn't one of my relatives.
It was probably mine. Mine's more violent.
I mean, I guess we could kind of. I don't know what's going on because I haven't heard from the dude. I hope he's okay.
Is he in our chat?
I'm looking to see if he's in the chitty chat, and he's not. So either a missile hit his house or the chickens took revenge.
Okay.
There was a chicken uprising. He's stashing their asses with cocaine. So he's getting.
That's why the screen was bugging out. They were pecking.
They pecking at the his camera was bobbing up and down. What the hell happened to him? Last time you stick some. What's that? Who's that rooster from the Looney Tunes? What the hell was his name? Do you remember?
Foghorn Leghorn.
Foghorn Leghorn. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Yeah.
He came into the room. I said, you won't stick cocaine up my ass.
I said, boy, get that cocaine out my ass, boy.
Get that cocaine out of my. I ain't your trafficker, son. We are a sick show. Okay, I guess we'll move on. I feel bad. I wanted to do this with him, but we'll just go with nipples and Vex.
If he comes back, he comes back. There we go.
I bet you've.
The show must go on. That has been our motto all day today.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Wait, White Bear is in the dungeon putting lotion on his skin.
That's good.
He wanted a white coat for Christmas. That's what Meatball said.
Put the lotion on the skin. Oh, that movie's fucking creepy, man. That's another movie we're gonna have to review someday.
I would love it.
Me too. Me too. I would love that one as well.
Look, did you see how excited she got?
Dude,
I like
she
the
was
darker
the
films.
personification of how I felt when you said, "Let's review that one." I'm like, yeah, totally.
Yeah, she's like, she just
One of the best
out-reviews.
movies ever made.
I even tried to confirm. I think yesterday or the day before. Are we doing Eyes Wide Shut next week? So I could start my Eyes Wide Shut notes for next
My
week.
God, we need to do.
You could
Eyes
start
Wide
the notes.
Shut.
Okay, I promise you could do Eyes Wide Shut, and yes, we're gonna do Eyes Wide Shut next week.
There's two people on the panel who want to do Eyes Wide Shut really bad and did not want to do Gremlins whatsoever. Just saying.
Yeah, that's why we talked about Gremlins for 3 minutes.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Gremlins.
We're about to talk about Die Hard for 2 minutes if we keep going.
Okay, yeah, let's get into that. Sorry. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Die Hard, the best Christmas movie ever made. Let's just face it. Let's get it out there. It's amazing. And here, I'll do this real quick. Hopefully, I don't get any freaking copyright strikes on me, but I'll blame Copa and his nipples for this.
Yeah, they are copywritten.
They are. They should be.
Well, there's home. I used to live.
Yeah, Los Angeles.
Right there.
There you go. Okay,
no,
so
right there in Terminal 2.
That's what I just. Oh, Jesus Christ! This movie is fucking phenomenal. By the way, not like we were saying, it's not only just the best Christmas movie; it's one of the best action movies ever created.
And look at those.
No, Bruce Willis was really an unknown at this point. He was known for his TV show Moonlighting, which was a good show with Sybil Shepherd. Made his bones there, and they said, "Let's make him an action star."
So this was kind of his cinematic debut then.
Well, you had one movie prior to this called Blind Date with Kim
Blind Date,
Basinger.
which is a very funny comedy.
It's fucking funny, but it was still a comedy. He was known as like a comedic guy with Moonlighting and then with Blind Date. So when they came out with Die Hard, they initially didn't even put him on the posters, and they didn't really promote him in some of the trailers because everybody thought he was a funny guy, and then no one thought he was an action star.
Gotcha. So then why did they cast him in this? Like, what was do you guys know? Did they ever reveal that, what the thinking was?
I'm sure they did. I don't know off the top of my head how, like, what and who what they saw in him. But I think the studio heads were the ones who went, look, we can't promote him because he's a funny man.
Yeah, like he's not gonna. July 15, 1988 is when this came out. Yeah, so
I think
obviously
was 86 or 87.
86. And Blind Date was a very good movie. It was a funny movie. Like you said, it was more comedy. I remember.
Bex, have you ever seen Blind Date?
No, I haven't.
Blind Date is where he goes on a blind date with Kim Basinger, who's just this cute, cuddly, very fine-looking woman. But they warn him for her to never drink alcohol. But they never tell her.
She loses control.
She loses all control. Well, I can't remember how she gets a hold of alcohol, but she goes fucking ape. And the whole movie is him trying to rein her in.
She basically ruins his life.
She ruins his entire life. She ruins other people's lives. She just goes nuts. and he's just trying to bring her in and bring her down, and eventually he goes nuts. Funny movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah,
all right.
Phil Hartman was in it, right? It was really
Phil
good.
Hartman was in it. I think the other guy from Moonlighting was in it, if I remember correctly. Booger from
Booger. Oh yeah. It was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
So
Blake Edwards
just a quick.
I'm just looking at a bit of the casting trivia here. So it looks like they originally offered the role of John McClane to Frank Sinatra, who was 70 years old at the time.
Yeah.
And then they also offered it to Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he wanted to try comedy instead. So he went to do Twins.
Right.
Which I like. I like the movie Twins. I think it's funny.
Clint Eastwood too. They even offered it to Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood said no.
But then they offered him $5 million and he took it, even though he originally turned it down.
Yeah, here it is. It goes into a whole thing here. It says they wanted, the rumor had it Sylvester Stallone, Harrison Ford, Robert De Niro, Charles Bronson, Nick Nolte, Mel Gibson, Richard Gere, Don Johnson, Burt Reynolds, and Richard Dean Anderson were all considered before Bruce Wayne. They all declined it. All of them declined it.
You know who I can, out of everybody in that list, the one person I can actually see playing this is Richard Dean Anderson. I could actually see him. I could actually see him casted as John McClane. I could see him pull it off. It would be a different John McClane. Don't get me wrong, but I could see it happening. Interesting.
Yeah, and it goes into this thing here, like you were saying about how he was considered a comedic actor, known for comedy on the show Moonlighting. But yeah, after this movie, it just made him an action star immediately, and then of course the sequels came out and a bunch of other movies. But yeah, this is what you were saying. He was barely seen on the posters because the marketing gurus didn't think the audiences would even care to see him on there. They did not put him as the center feature. But he was more prominent in the actual promotions for the movie, which is weird.
It went on to make $150 million at the box office in 1988.
It was an immediate. That's a shit ton of money.
So they really took a gamble putting him in a leading action role, and it paid off, thankfully. But that's a huge gamble.
And what's funny is that he made $5 million for this movie for 1988. It's a big payday for an unknown.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Unknown actor. Yeah, I mean, it just really worked in his favor. But this movie, and then Sam Neill was originally supposed to play Hans Gruber.
That would have been interesting.
Would have been interesting. Yeah.
I mean, it would have been interesting. I think he would have been fine. But I mean, Alan Rickman. This is his first major role. This is his first role. Period. Yeah. I mean, to think about
this was Alan Rickman's first role.
This is his first movie role. Yeah.
And
he was a stage actor.
Killed it.
He absolutely killed it. Oh my goodness.
He couldn't get away from being a bad guy for the longest time. So after this, he was the bad guy in Quigley Down Under, and then he was the bad guy in Robin Hood, Princess Thieves. He just couldn't get away from it because he was so good.
He was so good. He was so
good.
He
was actually nice to see him actually come back to being a bad guy as Snape later on in the Harry Potters, or at least you think he's a bad guy. He does it so well.
White Bear's in the letting us know that he's alive and that M. Night Shyamalan did not get him, but the Net Monster did.
I'm pretty sure White Bear got Shyamalan, and now we're not talking. We're talking to White Bear's pod.
He got Shyamalama ding donged.
He got
Shyamalan. Yeah, he got the surprise ending. The Shyamalan surprise ending.
He got twisted, misfisted.
So John McTiernan was the director of this movie. He initially passed on it numerous times. Did not want to do it.
I love stories like this where you just got off, making Die Hard.
And he didn't want to make a movie about terrorism.
Yeah,
he just said it wasn't a fun topic, and then
honestly, it didn't end up even being the main focus of the film by the end of it.
No.
It was just like it was just the reasoning for everything, but it didn't drive the narrative at all, or even just like the intentions of the bad guys.
Well, he didn't want to do it because he felt terrorists were too mean, and and then he didn't want to do it. Yeah,
I'm sorry. Are there nice terrorists?
You're a nice terrorist.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's because I'm not the 9/11 kind. That's why I'm a nice one.
7-Eleven kind. Yeah.
What's wrong with the 9/11 kind? I'm married to the 9/11 kind.
Jesus Christ. Here we go.
She can come to my store then and buy some like hot dogs. There you go.
And you can
Slurpees,
buy,
damn it, Slurpees.
Slurpees, hot dogs. There you go.
Hot Pockets.
Exactly. Pigs in a blanket. Those.
But yeah, so he said they weren't fun, and he didn't want to deal with like terrorism politics as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So when they
You don't want
changed
to get
it
into
to
all that.
heist, that's when he was on board.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and he it was inspired by the movie The Towering Inferno, which is pretty obvious.
It was a book first.
That's what I was going to say. It's inspired by a book.
Yeah.
Yep. Amazing, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, I think Copa, maybe I talked about this in one of our last streams, that the Nakatomi Plaza is the Fox Plaza.
It's Fox
in real
Plaza.
life.
Yeah.
Fox 20th Century Fox Plaza.
Yep. Century City. I used to drive by it all the time. And you look at it and you go, holy shit, Nakatomi.
This is interesting. So it says the panoramic view of the city below in Die Hard is not real.
No, it's 380 painting.
Yeah, it's a wow.
Yeah.
With nighttime panorama, or which panorama shot is painted?
The 350 look background painting providing the illusion of the breathtaking city view in the movie. It was a state-of-the-art painting, animated lights, moving traffic, and the ability to change it from night to day.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So, and they still use
the
it
whole
today.
thing. Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen it. Personally, I can tell you this: I've never seen it busted out, but I've heard from friends that've seen it come out to play, and it's amazing to even look at. Because they say it's like over 400 feet long or something like that.
The one thing I did not like about this movie, tell me if I'm wrong here. It's a nearly perfect action movie, except for me, what's his name, Copa, the police chief that he has the argument with throughout the halfway through the movie.
The principal from.
I know what they were trying to do there with that
Breakfast Club?
conflict. Yeah, I mean, the actor, it was. It was a little annoying. Like, I get what they were trying to do with the
Dwayne.
You had to add some. Yeah, you had to add some conflict in there.
I liked him.
Police chief.
Okay.
He was funny. It's the one thing I probably would have changed about the movie.
I like the fact that John McClane just shoved it in his face any chance.
Yeah. He was funny there, but yeah, there's something about it for me. Just again, it's just a small, tiny nitpick, but I love the relationship he had with the other cop. What's this guy from
Die Hard's
Family
not
Matter?
for everybody, apparently. Guess you just don't like Die Hard.
I love Die Hard. Who doesn't love Die Hard? It was a perfect casted movie.
Yeah.
It was just great, and then you get the I'll bring it back up.
Paul Gleason is the actor.
That's the actor, yeah. Who's the policeman, his buddy in the movie? He was in Family Matters.
Reginald Vell Johnson, dude.
Reginald Vell Johnson, yeah. He was great. That was great.
He shows up in one of the sequels too, doesn't he?
Yeah, he shows up
one
in
for
part
like
2.
5 minutes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What
So
was
obviously
his name on Family Matters? Carl?
Was he the dad in Family Matters?
Yeah, he was the dad.
Carl
in Family
Winslow.
Matters. Yeah, Carl Winslow. That's it. Yeah.
Dude.
He was a cop too in that, right? So that was
yeah. Well, I always thought when I was a kid watching Family Matters, I always thought that was Al Powell's family from Die Hard.
Right. Die Hard.
Were you playing the movie, dog? You go get.
It was only 4 seconds. Oh, look who we have back. Look at him.
For now.
Listen,
wow.
Listen. The aliens probe you.
Just a little bit.
Did you put water on them?
I didn't mind it, so
that wasn't water.
Yeah.
Well, it's
water-based lube. Then
water-based, yeah.
Oh, it wasn't water. It was.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. I told you to stop that.
This fucking guy does coffee brand coffee.
10% off. White bear too.
We don't support cuck brands anymore, Whitey.
Stop.
Hey, I mean coffee brand, girl.
Cuck brand.
Cuck brand.
Cuck brand. Find me a new coffee.
Look at him. Look at him. Yeah, Bruce Willis was, as Vex would like to say, dreamy back then.
He was dreamy back then.
It's crazy to think
with the hair.
Well, when he had hair. Well, this is what you get. You get Copa, and this is the before and after.
That's right. Even dreamier.
it's
dreamier.
The hair, and then it's also because like all the male action stars these days, they're all like waxed on the chest and everything too. And here we just have like full man.
I was talking to this.
Nice.
I was talking about this the other day. Action movie stars today, they all look like they get a fucking chemical peel before they hit the front of the.
That's what I mean.
None of them look like real men.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I like what Grumpy says here. Top 3 Christmas movies: Die Hard, Princess Bride, and Lethal Weapon.
That's an interesting selection, actually. I like that.
I would say my number 2 would be Christmas Vacation. But I agree.
Oh, look, Miss Cannoli Sasquatch was worried about you, White Bear.
She really was. She kept asking. We said, "Stop! Don't worry about him."
Well, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Wait. So Janice said, I rewrote my interview process to include: Have you seen Die Hard, and why is it your favorite Christmas movie? I would. That is a great. I'm gonna use that. Any new hires we get in the future, which should be soon. That's my first. That's gonna be a question now. What is your favorite Christmas movie? If you don't say Die Hard, you don't get the job.
No, it's just what is your favorite Christmas movie and why is it Die Hard?
Or just why is Die Hard your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas movie. If I get some 20-year-old who's never seen the movie before, what's Die Hard? You're fired.
Fired. You're hired and fired.
Done.
Did you ever see the Ben Stiller back in the day when he was doing some funny stuff? And I think he had a sketch where he was up in acting like John McClane here and going yabba dabba doo, just getting on, saying everything that he could say to get on their nerves and like somebody shoot him, kill him.
No, I haven't seen that. That's
not her entire staff, but
I mean, it's true. My wife used to work at Best Buy. Janet used to work at Best Buy, and those people were all over the pop culture shit. And then she works where she works now. Not so much. So
interesting.
She only has. Well, yeah. She's like, hey, you guys remember in Bloodsport? And they just look at her like, what the hell's Bloodsport?
Wow.
Oh my God, that's it. It's a fireable offense. To me, it is, but I know you got to keep your workers though.
Yeah.
It's really terrible.
Look at that wallpaper behind Bruce Willis too.
Yeah, it's it's like some Japanese. Is that supposed to be like
cherry blossoms?
Jeez, thank you. Cherry blossoms.
Nerd.
This is why we had her on the show. I don't know what the fuck that is. Oh my God, it's nice. That's pretty.
Weeb. There you go.
No, that's good. I wouldn't know. It's pretty.
Well, the Japanese influence just in the background is like pretty strong throughout almost the entire movie, right? So it's hard to ignore.
The Nakatomi.
Right? Even when they break into the safe, there's what is it?
Samurai statues.
Exactly. There's samurai armor in the safe, right? So
yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, there was especially in the office where he gets his face blown off. Mr. The head of the company. What the hell was his name again? The Japanese guy. Chikagi. Yeah. That part was crazy. I don't think many people. I remember my dad telling me this when I was young when this movie obviously first came out, but watching it later, he told me that nobody expected that scene for them to kill the guy that early. I was like, well, it's a good guy. Yeah, it's an action movie, so of course that's going to happen. But
he's the only real victim in this movie.
Yes,
think about it.
That's true. This guy was so good. Like
fuck Ellis. Ellis is just out for some more cocaine. But
Ellis was pulling a quartering.
You're right. Yeah, he's like
Elon, Bubby.
Elon.
I'm your white knight. Oh, that was so annoying.
Coffee brand coffee, Bubby.
Yeah, this Alan Rickman was so goddamn good. He was so intimidating. He's smart.
Yeah, but
he
was
just
charming too.
Yeah, yes. He was.
Yes,
he was
very
so
charming.
Good at being charming. Mm-hmm. Like even in this scene, he's threatening this dude's life, but there's a charming element to the way he's threatening.
He's very smooth. Yeah. Very smooth.
Yeah, he's very smooth at murdering people.
Transition.
Like, I can't believe you're going to murder me. Like that's how it makes me feel.
Yeah. You chose me as the first.
But yeah, transitioning from stage acting and then going to movie mode, it was pretty seamless in my opinion.
No, it really is.
Then what do you have after that?
The only part that bothers me is when he's got his American accent going, that doesn't work,
dude.
Yeah,
it doesn't work. I agree. It doesn't work at all.
Well, what I saw was them asking him if he did have the English actor had an American accent, and he goes, "No, not really, but I can talk all California," and that's the only only thing that he knew, So that's what he put on.
I find it really hard to believe this is his first movie role because he comes off as a seasoned actor in this role,
right?
Yeah, really seasoned actor.
And then he replayed the same part, but in Quickly Down Under.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. When you were absent for all those years.
Yeah, getting it.
We talked about that. Move on, White Bear. Damn it. No, but you're absolutely right. He played it in Quickly, and he played it in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and I can't remember.
Die Hard, Batman.
He couldn't get out of those bad guy roles.
Yeah, he was stuck. He was typecast.
Oh yeah, Batman Returns is a really good Christmas movie too.
No, he said Batman 2. He did say Batman 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, my bad.
Okay.
I got confused here for a second. I saw Mrs. Cannelli say mine is big and bubbly, and I was like, whoa. And they're talking about your handwriting, Copa.
Oh.
I don't know. How does a handwriting conversation go off in the chat while we're reviewing Die Hard?
Well, let's bring it back to Die Hard.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Anyway, oh God, are you telling stories about me, Mrs. Sasquatch? Yeah, my handwriting is fucking.
I think it's really cute that you hand wrote "Will you marry me?" I think that's really adorable.
If she could read it, I write in these horrible hieroglyphic fucking. I have terrible handwriting.
At least she can read.
Yeah,
and I also want to see Copa's handwriting now too, because apparently it looks like Microsoft font.
Does it?
Oh.
I'm curious.
Do you type with your nipples? Is what I want to know.
All the time. That's all I type
John
with.
McClane of you.
And when my nipples chafe up, I just roll my head on the keyboard.
Which head?
Ah, come on.
Which one do you think?
We already talked about his one-eyed snake doing ASMR, so we don't need to.
Well,
wait, did I miss that too? While I was
handwriting
gone?
around me right now.
You don't have any handwriting. What do you do? Aren't you writing another book?
No,
I don't think they write on notepads anymore.
My book is.
You should.
No, my first draft is always hand to paper. I never write.
It's only one page. That's why he doesn't want to show us.
Oh, you're so
right. And then I have Jana flesh out the rest. I said I just wanted to, I just wanted to write well and stuff.
Stop it,
Jana, help me out. I illiterate. You go ahead.
She's not wrong here.
What'd she say?
She's not wrong.
You proposed to me on Christmas to get out of giving me more than one.
It was literally the cheesiest thing I can do. Oh yeah,
it was
like
we're
done.
So sweet though.
So I'm like, we're done, right? Like this. That's your gift. Like we're done.
So we're good, right?
We're good. We're good, right? I don't have to. All that hard work.
And then you just scribbled it on a note.
That's called.
Yeah, I was way hard. It was
He's just being economical.
Exactly. I don't know. What are you supposed to do? Like in the movies? Come on. You want to marry me or not? Let's go. We've been together 100 years. Let's go. Let's get it over with. Let's make it official.
My wife.
Exactly.
I said we're getting married.
See, I did misspell. I said that at the beginning of the show. I misspelled episode because I am not a bright man. So I just.
Well, you've had a busy day.
I did put that out this morning when I was having a hectic state of mind.
It was a sticky note, bro. You couldn't even break out the lined paper.
Well, we were like, it wasn't even my house though. Like, so I had to go with what I had to work. It's a long story. I was a different man back then.
Okay, gotcha.
My ass, you're a different man. You're probably even
very immature young man. I am a piece of shit though. Anyway, so we are. Vex is like, what just happened? Alan Rickman, by the way.
Went from really sweet to I'm a piece of shit. Like,
I'm a piece of shit. Not a nice man. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. Copa, it's okay. Smile.
No, I was just looking at the lighting scheme here. That is a beautiful lighting scheme.
Yeah, of course you would notice that. No, it is good. It's good. Yes.
Well, look at the depth in the left frame
right here. Yeah, yeah.
Like, that lighting scheme adds so much depth to a wall. It's crazy, actually.
It's a great. He actually had some hearing loss in this movie.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, because all the shoot. I'm gonna get from all the blanks and going off. He actually has permanent hearing. He had permanent hearing loss from this.
Wow.
And so
I got so many Bruce Willis jokes, and I don't even want to.
This part.
Go on. It's rude to just stop there. Say one, please.
No, his hearing is just as forgetful as he is.
Jesus Christ. You sick, man. You're going to hell.
I'm sorry, Bruce.
That's what he gets for saying it isn't a Christmas movie.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't.
Even if you criticize him, he's not going to remember it anyway. So what's the difference?
That's true. I love Bruce Willis. I wish him.
I love him.
His family.
No, me too. It's jokes. We're just comedy. It's comedy. Yeah,
I do like that he is part of one of the few celebrity like breakups where they still get along really well with their ex-wife. I really do like that.
Moore,
yeah. Like they still do
True.
Christmas photos and stuff together. Like they're like every other couple that you see that split up in Hollywood. Like you never see them in the same room. Like there's never any interaction. But with them, it's just like it feels like it was amicable and it's all good. Yeah. It's nice. It's nice.
What is this comment? They're going off about he once wrote a note writing directions for Princess Diana. My God, what is happening in the chat right now? And a lot of people are laughing. Leave it to Weird World Comedy Advent.
He also once wrote a letter of recommendation for a friend, and his friend was immediately fired because they thought it was a ransom note.
Ransom note. Not note.
Ransom knot.
It's a knot. It's a knot, buddy. Holy shit, Weird World. That is great.
God.
This is what you were talking about here.
To ever roam the earth.
Dude, he's hilarious. It says here the scene in which Rickman and his Gruber slips into an American accent and pretends to be yet another hostage was insisted on by the screenwriter, who wanted them in a room together to duke it out. It says, but McTiernan was never happy with Rickman's American accent, saying, I still hear Rickman's English accent.
Yeah,
I was never quite happy.
You can still hear it even in the final cut.
Yeah, he shot it 3 times to get him to sound more stringently American. And you're right, it didn't really sell. I mean, the whole, I'm Bill Clay. It didn't really.
Clay.
Bill Clay.
Bill Clay.
You think I'm stupid, Hans?
You think I'm fucking stupid?
You think I'm fucking stupid? Sound like you're ready to call me Harry Potter.
There's so many times me and my dad will get together and out of nowhere we'll just turn around to each other and go, shoot the glass.
She's a fenster. Shoot the glass.
Shoot the glass. Where are my detonators? It's so good. Like so many iconic lines from this movie. This part's great though. I like this guy. This is one of the bad guy's brothers, right? And this is where you get the shirt that comes on later. But I love this guy's like, you are a policeman. You have rules for policemen. This is what's so stupid about action movies though. It's like instead of just fucking shooting the guy, he tries to like hit him in the head with his elbow and the gun at the same time. And of course, there's a
policeman.
Yeah, well, there you go.
You just can't cap the dude in the head.
That's what my Captain Teeth tell. And then they roll around and then he kills him. And then
he'd rather not waste a bullet on him and just break his neck.
It was great though.
Now I have a machine gun.
I have this T-shirt actually. I was gonna wear it tonight, but I can't have the words "machine gun" on the
actually
on a live stream.
Are you joking?
Yeah, there was another streamer who did it, and he got stricken from YouTube.
For what,
Susan, pull the broom out of your pussy and let us do things on YouTube.
Because it had the word machine gun on it. So you had the whole. I have it. You got. Sorry, you got to take it out of your channel. Gets a strike.
You can't even say it without your accent.
Oh, he's talking about my handwriting. Oh yeah, I got serial killer handwriting. Yeah. You get a note from me, it's run and hide because it looks like a ransom. Vex's face was just like, what?
How do you know
By the
what
way,
serial killer writing is like? That's what I want to know.
Essential Christmas notes, by the way. You'll get them in the mail soon. Don't open them. Please don't open them.
Don't mind that white powder.
What?
No, you don't want
What?
It's anthrax, dude, not cocaine. Stop. You're going to hurt yourself one of these days.
John McClane's sweaty, blood-soaked tank top is in the National Museum of History in the Smithsonian.
No, it's. I'm wearing it right now. That's am
hot.
The national. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Well,
Not you.
Dig,
the tank top of the Smithsonian, I mean.
Yeah, she's not talking about you.
You like how she's like, ew, not you, gross, shut up.
Well, yeah, I mean, first you pretend to be Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
And then you pretend to be Bruce Willis.
I was going to wear the mullet tonight too. And
wow.
Martin McLean.
That's too much.
John
sex in
Wiggs.
one room.
John Wiggs.
John Wiggs. There you go. I like that.
Big ups to Abby Geffen coming up with that one. Martin Wiggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
Wiggs. Hold on, I'm going to do something here with this. Wiggs. I love how his buddy, the policeman in here, is like in love with Twinkies. And then he's like, oh, they're for my pregnant wife. And he's like, yeah, okay. The guy behind the counter is like, yeah, okay, cool.
Just go ahead and bag
get it. You're
big time. Big time.
This God, everything about this movie is just fucking fantastic. And I love that it for an action story, they get right into it, right? Like the villain comes in right away. You got good character development. I love the development between the policeman and McClane, and there's a lot of that scene where he's going into why he's a desk cop now, like how he accidentally shot a kid, and it's pretty deep for an action movie, right? I mean, it was good character development there, and you actually give a shit about these people.
Yeah, good start for Carl.
Yeah,
Carl
Winslow.
Carl Winslow. Yeah. No, and so I always had the big problem that I had was in the ending when Carl in the movie, it's not Peter Ustinov, it's I can't remember his name.
The professional dancer guy.
Yeah, the professional dancer.
Yeah.
When he comes back to life to cap John McClane. And he has and Powell has the redemption arc of shooting him. He actually uses the service revolver to save his friend.
Yeah.
So I always thought that was a nice touch, even though I never really agreed with Carl coming back to life.
Yeah.
What is his name? Wow. Why is that?
Well,
element of surprise.
You have to redeem yourself.
Yeah. But I just like that little touch.
I'd shoot her.
They didn't because they bring his story up a little bit towards the end when they're sharing those stories, and they didn't really need to do that, but it really gave a nice touch to him saving his friend.
Oh my fucking God.
He was once in Wheel of Fortune and passed a note recommending medical advice to the host, and that was Pat Sage. That's how Pat Sajak got canceled.
Jesus.
Never change Real World. Never.
Do we have to rescue you, Real World? I swear to God, this guy. First of all, you need to fix your goddamn internet. We're talking about this for like a year now.
I'm gonna go up there. When I travel up past this house next time, I'm gonna kick that Chef Boyardee can right out of his hand.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
Your hand automatically went like this while you're trying to type. You know, like, oh God, I can't. How do I type like this?
My hand went pow
right in the kisser.
Wow.
Jeez. He once wrote down directions for JFK for a Daily Plaza. It ended up reading Dealey Plaza and Magic Bullet Train.
On a related note, did you see that the government finally admitted to having some hand in JFK's
I heard little rumblings about that.
Yeah, but part of the pages that they got were just in terrible shape, and apparently they don't know how to use a copy machine. You know, Xerox.
Next, you're going to tell me the mafia was also part of it.
Nah, Nothing to do with it.
No, not at all. Yeah, the Kennedys didn't run with the mafia whatsoever, and the mafia didn't help get the Kennedys elected. No way. And then the Kennedys turned their back on the mob. They didn't have a hand in that shit whatsoever.
Yeah, nobody helped.
They only helped get JFK elected, but hey.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Bullshit. Anyway, back to Bonnie Bedelia's boobs. I mean,
she didn't even show them in this.
They were there.
Well, yeah, they come with the package.
Don McClane's wife. They were there. You saw them if you were looking. I wasn't looking. But
we just see them like poking out of the bra. That's it.
That's all you.
That's what I remember. And I was like, damn, that's some nice cleavage. Where was that at the beginning of the film?
It was okay, but I was more interested in that nice cold Coca-Cola that they were pouring in an ice-filled glass for dude before he got his brain shot out.
Oh yeah, at least
that looked like a very satisfying Coca-Cola
for Ellis.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that? The fizz was on.
Ed Sheeran white
commercial.
You're Ed Sheeran Whitey.
Oh shit.
Shyamalan, whatever that name is, you can't say on an airplane.
Oh my God, talk to my people like that. God, I don't. Yeah. Thank you for joining the show.
You do look just like Ed Sheeran, though.
You do have a guitar. Are you going to start playing some?
You have a guitar.
I don't know any Ed Sheeran songs. So you're gonna.
That's the Shyamalan twist right there. He's Ed Sheeran.
Ooh,
all along. There you go.
Yeah. Oh God, there we go. There we go. Squeal, boy. That movie's disturbing. I never want to go into the woods ever. After watching that goddamn movie, please.
Wait, what movie is this?
Deliverance.
I have never seen Deliverance.
Don't watch it.
If you see it one time, and that's all you'll need to.
No, you don't need to. Don't
it's
watch
a male
it.
fantasy movie.
Yeah,
it's very
maybe your male fantasies.
It's about a bunch of bros who go to
about a bunch of gamers and anime, and they
go bro out.
They go into the woods
and they run into other
bros.
Yeah, they're really into archery.
Of Deliverance, like I know it's considered a very notable film. I just know nothing about it and haven't watched it.
Oh,
bad things happen.
It's about a bunch of guys getting man raped in the forest by a bunch of hillbillies.
By hillbillies.
Yeah.
Squeal, boy.
Well, you squeal like a pig.
Only one.
Like a pig.
For the 70s?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was way ahead of its time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, now you see man rape daily.
Oh, this is the one that's getting
daily.
Getting us
you look down
YouTube.
the street daily.
This is what's getting us kicked off YouTube.
He once wrote down directions for terrorists on a plane on September 11th, and George W. Bush didn't know what to do.
By the way, on that,
he was having kids read it out for him. Okay, let's
smash that like button, please.
Smash that like button, like planes. Never mind.
Oh Jesus, you sick bastard!
I know. Someone
Rex is like, why did I agree to join this?
It's a 9/11 kind of night, guys. Speaking of tall buildings,
wait.
Can we get back to Die Hard?
18 fucking accounts, and she can't leave. What is going on with the messages? Are they banning people?
Wow, they must be.
Maybe there's just a server issue. That's all. Jeremy, the quartering, get on it. YouTube servers need your help.
Fix it. Talk to the girl. Talk to the
Maybe Jeremy can get a hold of Steven Crowder and get the internet.
I like grumpy gamers. Yeah, smash that like button like Rosie O'Donnell smashes a buffet. I like that. Yeah,
good job.
All you can eat, baby. All you can eat. Yeah. So anyway, back to Die Hard. Yeah. The culmination of well, first of all, his relationship with Al is awesome, the cop, and then you go into the action scenes. My favorite action scene is when he blows up the whole building with the detonators. the C4 when he throws the computer down the the elevator shaft?
Elevator shaft, yeah.
That was so good.
Why don't you take this under advisement, jerkweed?
Yeah.
What I like about that scene is, first of all, that's not how detonators work. And then
it's a fire sale.
And then second of all, homie fucking guessed what floor they were on and then chucked a fucking computer down an elevator shaft.
That's what I was. Oh god,
hoping they hit the wall.
Hoping that it would work.
Perfect floor.
Yeah.
And then he got a bunch of glass on everybody.
And that it would stay attached to the chair with just a computer wire as well.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah, of course, naturally. Well, Hollywood, you know.
But I love this. I suspend my disbelief.
There it is. See, look at that.
Oh, it's so good.
It's perfect.
You saw the behind the scenes about this, right? About him coming up the elevator shaft. Apparently, they had a bag at the very bottom, and the stunt double, who was supposed to jump from one opening to the other, grabbed on for a second and actually fell. But they just kept that scene, although that guy fell all the way down 40 feet.
Wow.
Oh, you're talking about when he falls down the elevator shaft?
Yeah. They kept that scene and just said, "Okay, we'll roll with that."
Yeah, it was an accident. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Luckily, they had a bag at the bottom, so we didn't see like death or anything. But hey,
I know Bruce Willis actually rode the elevators. When you see him on top of the elevator, that's actually him on top of an elevator.
Yeah, he gets his ass kicked a little bit in this movie, right? When he's going to pull the glass shard out of his foot, and he's talking to Al about.
I know the feeling. I've stepped on glass before when I was a kid.
Ouch!
I'm not surprised. Probably smoked it too, didn't you?
You know what I did? So I was 4 years old, and we had a pool. I woke up from my nap, and my sister left a glass on the ground. And I ran right through that fucker and jumped in the pool, not even feeling a damn thing. And the entire pool filled with blood because I cut my artery. And then my dad pulled me out and we went to the hospital. They pulled glass out of my feet and they had to close the artery back up.
Wow.
Yeah. True story. I know the feeling.
We almost lost Nipples Catania, is what you're saying.
That's true.
Wow.
I like this by Jana. The stunt double was Jennifer Lawrence. She was the first stunt double.
The first stunt double.
Yeah, she was the one and only.
Todd,
you didn't know that, right?
How to ride too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Al the cop's commentary. He's like, "Oh, how's it going down there?" And what does he say? He's like, "Oh, they're gonna need a paint job and a shitload of screen doors after the explosion."
I like it when he's like, we have a bunch of people down here and they're all covered in glass.
Yeah.
He's like, glass?
Who
glass?
About glass?
It's a shit about glass.
Who the fuck is
one-liners in this movie?
So many.
I feel like every line was a one-liner in this movie.
Yeah, I really stepped in it this time.
There's White Bear's boy.
There's White Bear's boy.
Oh yeah, Bubby.
Hans, Bubby.
Bubby. That's so
I'm your white knight.
Fuck. Oh, look, here's our friend. Here's our Indian friend. From India.
Oh,
Mr.
hey.
RRR
Hey.
boy. How's it going? Yes, we're doing well. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning there. We're doing. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's Triple R Die Hard version.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus! What are you doing? God damn it! You're sick. Who invited him on the show? In the chat.
I did.
I figures actually. I can see that. By the way, it's Tuesday at 9:30 in the morning. Dio girl, have you ever seen Die Hard? I don't know what movies make it out that way. So Die Hard, I would think, is an international classic. No,
you know what? If they don't have Die Hard in India should remake Die Hard. I would love to see a remake of.
Oh,
honestly,
by the way,
there probably is a similar one. In all honesty,
there has to be, right? They have like a Taxi Driver.
Oh yes,
they have a remake of Taxi Driver.
Yes, I have not seen that yet.
No.
Yeah. It's a very happy Taxi Driver, not like ours.
They want a lot of people want me to see this movie. I was told that it's
every time I post a video on YouTube,
they want you to see this.
They're like, I hope you didn't forget about Sardar Udam.
Yeah, I gotta watch this.
Oh, how could I forget? You remind me.
If I actually get time off next week, maybe I will. But
well, I'm telling everybody.
Yeah, it looks.
If we're sharing the same Indian followers, we're sharing the same subscribers. I'm reviewing Bahubali 1 and 2 first before I get to.
Yeah, we got to watch the second one. Mrs. Cannoli and I have to finish watching the sequel on that one.
Yeah, I'll get to it. Don't worry. I promise.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Show your nipples while you do it.
Baby book.
They don't. Oh yeah, they flash nipples in this. Never mind.
Yeah, there's whole titties in this.
Oh yeah, that's right in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
Well, I was thinking more man nipple. I was thinking more John McClane's nipples. They're in it too.
Oh yeah, and they're dirty and they're bloody, and they got guns.
Wow.
Just like mine.
There's something very wrong with you people, but I love it. The FBI agents come up, Johnson and Johnson.
Oh yeah.
No relation.
Yeah.
Agent Johnson.
Now, I know this from the commentary. McTiernan said that he originally was going to be the black guy who said that, or the white guy who was going to say no relation, but he realized that was going to come across as racist.
Yeah.
So then they had the black guy.
It's actually, it is funnier. The other way around.
It is funnier.
It is. This is the part that we all were just talking about when he changes his.
No. You're one of them.
You're one of them. Oh God, please!
Don't kill me!
Don't kill me!
Yeah, don't kill me. I'm not gonna kill you. That was a great.
One of those guns that shoot red paint.
Yeah.
Even when like they share a cigarette, and then like right after this, then it's just like you can see he's an evil little fuck. Though I think John McClane kind of picks up on it. In all honesty,
it's in his eyes, right? He's got that sinister look, and New York. He's like, I'm a cop from New York. New York.
Smokes cigarettes like a European would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a cigarette. He's like, oh yes, John.
Yeah.
I'm totally not a bad guy.
Those condescending pricks. And then, this part was great. Then he does the shitty accent, which we all, of course, know that nobody liked. And, I like the way the shoot the glass part was great. And then obviously this poor guy couldn't find any fucking shoes throughout the whole movie. And he tries to put on somebody's shoes and they're too small. And it's like, it was a funny, long-lasting scene. Yeah. That guy's really, line. I like when the guy Carl gets pissed off, one of the main villains, and then the wife's like, only John can make somebody that angry. It's just little.
I think all wives understand that line.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just so good. But so if you had to pick a favorite moment in the movie, each person's, what would be your favorite? I told you mine, but what would be your moment? You'd be like, oh, I really love this scene, or I love this part of the movie.
My favorite part, other than the entire action sequence at the end, starting with him fighting up to the rooftop, the helicopter, all the way. But my favorite part in that entire action sequence is him rappelling off the side of the building and shooting the glass out, and then falling through it.
Rope on him, yeah.
And then falling through it, and then they had enough sense to not let the suspense up there, because that rig comes apart and starts dragging him over the side. And when you see him actually finally get the fire hose off his waist, there is an actual sense of real fear in Bruce Willis's face. You're like, holy shit, he was actually terrified that he was going over the side, and he was safe. He was on a set somewhere.
Yeah, but still, they did a good job with that practical effect.
I think that's my favorite part, is when he rappels off the side of the building. I think that's that's the peak.
Joanna says that his bad accent was endearing and it worked for the movie. I mean,
I'll definitely take it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it doesn't ruin anything for me in the movie. It just makes me. It just makes it more aware to John.
I always took it when he runs into McClane and he tries to play off the American accent. I always took it as McClane didn't really buy into it, like Vex.
That's what I mean.
Exactly. You know, that police detective thing comes in and he's just like, he's playing
along.
He
handed him a gun with no bullets in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think I'm really fucking stupid, Hans?
Yeah, you think I'm really stupid?
You smell like a kraut. You smell like a fucking kraut. Oh, hit.
No bullets.
Sorry, did I skip you, White Bear? I'm sorry. You know, you cut it. We'll go with. Sorry, whoever wants to go
get to White Bear first before his internet.
Yeah.
Oh, White Bear, before your internet cuts off.
Before you get Shyamalan.
Yeah, I might die again.
Aliens.
So, probably gonna have to go with split it up with the action part, like where he's having to run across the tables, or that whole action scene was just really cool to me. It was good, yeah. Yeah, this was in an office fighting. I don't know. I hadn't seen a lot of movies that really did that during that period, and they did it right.
I have
bloody nipples. We know what Vex's favorite part was right here.
Bloody nipples.
It looks like he just got born out of the biggest vagina ever.
Yeah.
So.
He looks like a monster, dude.
Yeah, now think about that, Vex. Think about
that. Was a great part, though. Holly! Hans!
What I like about that part is he's like, hi, honey.
Yeah.
He's all beat to shit, and he's still like, hi, honey.
No shoes, no shirt.
Shoes, bloody
That's
mask.
my second favorite part of the movie is when just Alan Rickman's repeating back his yippee-ki-yay line. What was it you said to me? Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. It's just like
yippee-ki-yay.
Motherfucker. And they start
But to
laughing.
go back to White Bear's favorite part, that's another great action sequence.
It's a great scene. There's so many good action
and he's
scenes
like,
in the movie.
Don't hesitate. And he just fires an entire magazine into his crotch.
Yeah,
and he's
that was
like,
great.
Thanks for the advice.
Jesus Christ, Wiki be bad. What the fuck?
Someone's taking pages from Weird World's book there.
Weird World, yeah. God, you guys are hanging. You guys have been. The SWAT team sequence was awesome. Yeah, that was a good
one.
Does
that remind you of our first date?
Wound them. That's what is that when he tells them to wound them, don't kill them.
But also like what you were talking about just a few minutes ago was the stuff between him and Carl Winslow. The conversation that is such like a cool little rest period there where you can kind of bring down the action. You have that flow that we've talked about on a few movies where it's just like, okay, we can take a breather here, you can, Hans can go smoke his cigarette, all funny, you can finally relax and
look
then
for
get
the
back
detonators.
Yes, and they get back to doing trying to get into the vault and all that crap. So I think it was great. That was probably my favorite part is just the little rest time there.
Yeah.
Vex just like bloody nipples. That's all she's got to say.
She's like, look at them bloody ass.
No, I was gonna bring up that table scene as well, but I also liked. There are a couple scenes actually that stand out to me. There's a scene where they kept saying like, oh, we'll just worry about it when the FBI get involved, and then the FBI get involved and they just fuck everything up and they open the vault
naturally.
Yeah.
Right. So I was just like, oh, that's just hilarious. So I liked that scene. I also like the scene where we first kind of get the first kind of words out of Hans Gruber. That stands out the most for me. Where he's just like that he sees all the models there that God, what's the guy's name again?
Which one?
The Japanese guy.
Takagi?
Takagi, yeah. They see all the stuff that they're building and he's just like he has that one quote. I can't remember what it's from, but it's like, and he had no more worlds to conquer.
Alexander.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Worlds to conquer.
And then he sits down and he's just like honestly, I can't think of many villains that make you feel that like you. I get chills from Alan Rickman in this movie.
True,
he's perfect in this movie.
He was great. He's one of the best villains ever put on screen, and it's amazing. Like even Wookiee
top
says
5 villains. Yeah.
100%.
There you go. So that whole scene with him like holding like I'm gonna count to 4 and there won't be a 4. I was like, chills.
Oh, just like you did for Takagi.
Yeah.
This scene right here.
This part was great. Now, this actually was now I don't know if you all know the movie trivia. This was real. They didn't tell him that they were going to drop him. So when he actually pulls the watch off the wife,
they counted to 4, but then
they
surprised
it was on
him. 3.
Yeah.
He
so that's
wasn't
actual.
happy about
Alan
that.
Rickman always said, and the director said that's real fear. Like he was so afraid. He thought he was going to die. He was so afraid by the shock of, like he said, they counted too early and they did it on purpose to get the effect. I'd say it worked very, very well.
So crazy that he survived an 80-foot drop, though.
Have you seen the calendar, the Christmas calendar of him falling down? So each day towards Christmas, it's him falling.
Oh, really?
That's great. That's great.
You pull the Advent out, and then he falls another floor.
Yeah, it keeps falling. And then the one with John McClane.
My wife is getting it. She wants that so bad. She's going to get it for next year.
What, the John McClane one? The ornament?
No, the Alan Rickman one.
Oh, that There's a John McClane ornament too, where it's him in the shaft with the light on.
Oh, I made that. I made that for my wife.
Aww.
A couple years ago. Yeah.
Look at you. How sweet.
Well, I'm crafty.
Shaft.
Yeah, you're crafty, all right. Those
No, I
nipples.
gave her the shaft. And Bruce Willis.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. Well done. Well done.
Well, good job, buddy. Yeah, there was so many good lines, and then Bruce Willis had some quick quibs in this movie. The part when he's in the actual like air conditioning shaft was fucking great. Now I know what a TV dinner feels like. You know? Just come out to the coast. We'll have a filet. You know, these little. So that's where the comedy and action mix perfectly for him, and he sold it as a action star. And but this, I mean, the sequels came out after this. I didn't love Die Hard 2. It's okay now when I watch it back, just as a dumb action movie. I actually like the third one. Most people don't like the third one.
The third one is great.
The third one.
I think the third one was just a fun,
The third one was
dumb action movie. It's over the top, but it's fun.
What the hell is wrong with the third one? The third one's the.
I don't know. Most people.
No,
that's
I'm
much
saying
better than the
that's
second one.
to me. That's.
I don't know if I told you guys this, but the writer got investigated.
Yeah.
You told me.
For what?
Because of the whole thing.
Because
downtown.
he did such good research on his screenplay.
Awesome.
So the whole. I don't know if have you seen the third one?
No, I haven't seen the third one.
You have
so the
to.
whole. So yeah, you have to. So the whole premise is that that they're robbing. I can't remember. It's not Fort Knox. That's the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Federal
Okay.
Reserve in Manhattan. Yeah.
And the way he wrote it, the way it is in the movie, is exactly how the government game planned how you would be able to rob the Federal Reserve. So they investigated him, and they said, "How did you fucking come up with this shit? Like, what do you know?"
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Well, it was just logical." He's like, I'd bomb, you would bomb a subway station so that would evacuate the area, and then you dress up however many people you need as construction workers to come in and take care of the rubble. But really what they're doing is they're digging into the Federal Reserve.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So they investigated.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good. And it's actually, the heist is actually very plausible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Like I saw the newer ones is like I saw 2. I remember like the last half of 2, but not the first half. And then
last half of 2 is good. I liked it.
It's a good
there you
movie.
go. Right.
Yeah.
And then I remember seeing, was it Live Free and Die Hard with Justin Long?
Yeah.
I kind of remember seeing that. I
Right.
don't remember specific parts of that movie.
It's probably
like
for the
that one, too.
best.
And then
Yeah,
I didn't see the last one that came out in like 2012 or 2013.
There's no reason to ever
Yeah,
watch that.
we
It's
don't
trash.
count that one.
So 1, 2, and 3 are okay. Live Free and Die Hard wasn't bad. The R-rated version of so that was a PG-13 version of that movie, which ruined the movie for me. But it was okay. Then they came out with a rated R version later on, which was much better.
Yeah.
The rated R version added the language and actual violence. You see blood, a little more blood and gore, and
It was a Die Hard,
but it was
movie,
popular.
so-
Live Free and Die Hard was popular.
Yeah.
I always find it super tacky in movies whenever they have like tech moments in a movie, and it just most of it doesn't really make sense. Like anybody who's in that kind of world with things and all that, they're looking at it, they're like, no, it's the kind of same crap that goes around. Like, we're gonna attack the mainframe with a fire sale, and like this is really and then McClane comes up there, he goes, "I'm gonna fire sale up your ass," So part 3 is probably my favorite of the first 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy Irons.
Yeah,
dude,
he was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeremy Irons is
very
very good. So Vex, you should watch number
underused
3. It's good.
Yeah.
You should watch number
you might
3
even like
next.
Jeremy.
You should watch number 3 next because it's actually Hans Gruber's brother. Jeremy Irons plays Hans Gruber's brother.
Brother of
I
a
love
Gruber.
Jeremy Irons. I love.
He was good. He was a good villain too. Yeah.
Okay.
That was my first time knowing who he was, and I was like, "Holy crap, that was underutilized."
Yeah, he's a good actor.
He's got a great voice too. Very
amazing voice.
Yeah.
Though he was cast as Alfred the butler in one. I can't. Was it Ben Affleck's Batman?
Batman versus Superman. Yeah.
That was a
Justice League,
miscast in my opinion. I don't think he suited that role at all.
No,
He was in,
absolutely.
No.
The Man in the Iron Mask.
It was a lot of miscasting.
That worked.
Yeah, Man in
Yes.
Iron Man for sure.
Yeah.
He's
been in a lot of it.
Scar in Lion King.
Yep.
Oh yeah, wow.
Classic.
The Time Machine. I like the Time Machine. So
Time Machine was good.
Yeah.
You know what's good? If you smash that like button.
Please smash that like
Where are we
button.
at?
Smash it.
21. So you're not. I don't think your nipples are coming out right now.
No.
But listen, if we get to 25 likes, nipples come out. And listen, I had a bad day. I need to see.
Oh, hold on. I haven't liked it yet. Hold on.
Oh,
there you go.
People
22.
upstairs or people watching the show upstairs.
23.
If you're watching. Is anybody watching? I need 2 more. Damn it! Hold on. Did I even like the show?
Now remember, it's just one nipple.
So, hey, listen. One is fun.
One is
fun.
One is fun.
God damn it! I did like it. Damn, I lost a subscriber too, so you cost me a subscriber.
And you've lost hours.
I lost hours. I lost subscribers. I'm dying here, people.
Just one more thing to add on to Die Hard. I liked the glass in this movie. That's all.
The what?
The glass.
Glass?
Usually with action films, you can tell that they're using like the sugar glass, and it's really obvious by the way it breaks, right?
Yeah.
But this was one of those things where they tried to go for the realism, and you see it with when he tries to throw the body out of the window, when he tries to break it, when he's swinging from the fire hose. Like,
yeah, when he's breaking that window, that's like a real window trying to be broken, because it's got that. It's like almost that hurricane glass.
that's what I mean. So like it was, I appreciated that. It was a small thing, but it was something like, oh, like this is, I can't remember the last time I saw an action movie that wasn't using that stupid sugar glass that you can just.
Well, like I said, it's the small things that.
Hold on, breaking news. We have 25 likes.
Thank you.
Oh. Which one?
Just saying. You tell me. Oh, there goes YouTube. Oh, there you go. There you go. Free him.
Free the nipple.
That's
there
it.
you go.
That's all you get. Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed happy now. I'll tell you that.
John Douglas unsubbed for Nipplegate. You know what?
No, you should resub for nipple. Who doesn't want Nipplegate? Yeah, I don't know. Listen.
Nippleless
This is
people.
what we do.
People without nipples don't want
People
them.
don't like nipples.
Yeah.
People don't like nipples. Oh God, John McClane is a hero. So next week is going to be Eyes Wide Shut for Vex because she just can't take it anymore. She won't make it if we don't get to review this movie. I have to rewatch this movie. It's been a while, so I have to definitely rewatch it. It's on Netflix, I think, right?
Yeah.
I will be watching that, obviously, next week, or I'll probably watch it before next weekend, but that'll be the next movie. What else?
Fidelio.
What was that?
Fidelio. That's the code word that gets him into the orgy.
Oh, in the movie. Yeah, okay. It's been a while.
And then
what's the
the
other password?
Yeah, what's the other pass? There isn't another password, you idiot. You're such a.
We'll find out why Kubrick was taken out after watching this movie.
Yep. Oh, he had a heart attack, huh? Sure.
Yeah, sure.
There's so many avenues we can go with that one. That's why there's so many doors we can open reviewing that movie.
Hey, listen,
that's what I'm excited
John, it's okay. If you're gonna not go to the stream to watch It's a Wonderful Life, I'll forgive you for now. It's a good Christmas movie.
Yes, it is.
That's one of the best too. Yeah.
And it was very unappreciated when it first came out.
Yeah,
it
was a failure.
Well, critics made sure to, they didn't want that.
We love critics, don't we?
No,
we don't. We hate critics.
No, you love one.
So yeah, we'll do Eyes Wide Shut, and God knows what other freaking news will happen by then. I don't know. Henry Cavill's impregnated somebody, and then
oh my God, yeah,
beat them up. It's gonna be
third week about
more
freckled balls or something.
No,
maybe
I want
James Gunn will put up.
I hope that the quartering just reveals that he's even more of a pussy, so we can go deep dive into that. That's what I hope. That's what I hope.
X is hard. X was coming with the swinging.
She's coming with it more than I usually do.
I woke up this morning. I just see this whole thread.
I'm just like, dude, like seriously,
wow.
Come on. Like I can understand that there's something that you really want and you want to shoot your shot, but you can do it without sounding like a woman. Like, come on. Oh, I gotta get out of bed and break my streak now to make a video. Oh, like, what the fuck? Like,
did you see his video he made this afternoon? Basically, he's like, "Oh, we knew he wasn't going to leave," and I was like, "Wait, then what was all that?"
Then why were you freaking out for like 6 hours last night? Yeah. Oh, everyone get in and vote! Like this is a 9/11.
This is the end of the world. I'm like, he's not.
This is 9/11 times a million.
This is Nakatomi Plaza times 2,000.
This is shoot the glass, and then he's like doing a whole thing this afternoon about a video, his final video or something. Was like, oh yeah, we knew he was going to step down eventually. He's got other things to do.
Like, why did you freak out? And why did you look so awkward online?
But you know what? He gets views. He got views on it. And that's all that matters to him. He can sell his coffee.
I don't like I said, I never hated his hustle. I just never understood why him being so milquetoast made him popular.
I think that's probably why he got popular, because he's so milquetoast.
Oh, okay.
I can I like some of the ways that he puts together his videos. That's why I started subscribing to him, because he has a very calm voice. He tries to get all the information out there, right? And he doesn't feel too repetitive when he's repeating it. Right. But at the same time, it's like when you see his personality drip outside of those videos, you're like, what the fuck are you doing with your life, bro? Like,
right.
I know your wife doesn't fuck you. Like, I know for a fact.
Wow.
I don't like watching anybody simp at all.
That's
like when
that's
I
what
watch
I'm
people
saying.
simp, I'm like, you fucking get off your knees, for fuck's sake.
Like there's a much better way he could have approached that if he really wanted that job and believed it. And him just kind of going, like, even the Mr. Beast thing, like Mr. Beast was like, hey, Elon, I don't support your stuff if you're doing this. I was like, oh, look at the policy, he's changed it. I can help you, Jimmy, just message me.
Yeah, that was weird too. I saw that. I think you posted a link to that one. And
yeah,
you
posted it.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh, Jimmy, it's already
fucking
over.
Wuss.
DM
fucking
me,
wuss. Seriously, like I don't want to watch any of his videos now at this point.
Just kind of see, it kind of
because I know the intention now behind him is not just to be clickbaity, but it's to try and weasel his way to the top, no matter what top that might be. He tried to do it with the Louder and Crowder thing as well. He's trying to do it with the Musk thing.
Well, he tried to do it. He tried to do it with Daily Wire too.
Yeah, he did.
I'm pretty sure that Daily Wire burned him somewhere. Like they had a deal that they were about to strike, and then they pulled out. And then he just went level 10 destructive with the Daily Wire.
Is that why he doesn't post any Daily Wire videos anymore?
I think it's because I think he's using it under the guise that Jeremy Boring made that post about verification badges at the time. Mm-hmm. He's like, hey, it's hard for me to, see who's worthy of my attention or not.
But that's like the same thing, like how he got into it with Flash and all that, and like they got into that really horrible on both sides spat, about a year ago, and I kind of noticed that he doesn't share, Yellow Flash's stuff anymore either.
No, not anymore. No,
and that's sad, because
petty. It's petty.
Very petty.
It's
well, I don't know what happened between him and EVS, but like. You bring up EVS to Jeremy and he just loses his shit.
Goes nuts. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like,
I don't know.
Apparently EVS tried to help him out with hospital bills back in the day and stuff like that when Jeremy got beat up by a tranny.
I'm sorry, what?
Jeremy got knocked out by a tranny or knocked out by a transvestite or something like that. And then everybody pieced money together to help him with his hospital bills. And then something happened between then and now.
Wow.
Where anytime EVS is brought up, it's just like, F him. I saw Jeremy say something along the lines of, F him. I don't owe him anything just because he, helped me out with money and stuff like that, or helped me out with my hospital bills. It doesn't mean that I have to like him forever or I have to bow down to him forever. I don't know what it was, but I was just like, dude.
Jesus.
For me, I'm like, I value loyalty. So if you can't explain to me why, but you're going to sit there and say, I'm not beholden to him because he helped me out.
Help me out with the thing. Yeah.
Even then, just revealing something so personal like that, like to the public. Why?
My thought is like, hey, if you have a beef, but this guy helped you out that big, just keep it quiet.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey,
behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors, I talk so much shit, but out in the public, I'd say EVS has got his thing going on. We're good.
Quartering.
Be civil.
Bubby.
Be nice, right?
Bubby.
Bubby.
Someone needs to pour down a nice glass of Coke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a nice, beautiful.
You use a gun, I use a pen. What's the difference?
Speaking of writing, that would have been a good segue out of the writing bit.
The dude looks like his name should be Chaz.
Listen, when I see why not Wichita the movie, then we'll talk. All right, buddy.
God, that would be nice.
Yeah, that's when we're gonna all start talking shit about you. Then be like,
oh God, yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, and
he doesn't talk to
like,
us anymore. He's too big for us.
And then Vex will be on Twitter like, y'all must vote for his book right now. It's bigger than 9/11.
Please do. We need it. It's
oh my God, his movie. If you don't vote, it's going to be worse than 9/11 times.
This is going to be the biggest thing in the history of our world.
This is where media stops.
There you go.
This is the end, all be all of everything. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
I don't know. Yeah.
Just don't sell it to Amazon or Netflix, please.
If I was to sell it to one of the two, I'd sell it to Amazon because you have a 50-50 shot. You have the 50-50 shot of it getting adapted well.
Well, just remember The Martian started out as a free book, and then it became a 99-cent book. And
I could see them after reading the book. I don't know. Am I the only one? I could see them changing a lot of the story to fit a woke narrative, not in the way you intended in your book.
Oh, okay. I was like The Martian.
No, totally.
I mean, they would totally twist around, which is not obviously the intent. But
I think
Amazon.
I think I would have certain things put in place before they even got sold.
I would hope so.
Even then, just identify as a woman, and you'll get every way you want when they're putting together.
That's true.
Show me your nipples.
Oh,
I showed one.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm transitioning.
Hey, what the hell? I'm looking at my screen here. It only says 24, and I showed my nipple for 24. Someone lied to me.
I got 25 on mine.
I got 25 on mine as well.
Okay. Why not?
What kind of screen? What kind of? How about you fix your goddamn internet? How about that?
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, it's refresh, buddy. And I got my subscriber back. Thank you.
My computer is just a piece of paper with stick people on
it.
Just
use your fancy keyboard and press Alt and F5.
She is not wrong. Your wife is not wrong about the main character in the movie. I'm not going to spoil it for it, but it's good. Yes, you're right though, Janet. That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
They turned her in. They would change her into some masculine freaking.
That's why I think with her, with that book, I would make sure that certain terms would be put in place before I even sold it out.
Don't y'all ruin my future audiobook.
That Vex is going to read.
Oh God!
I'm planning to read this. Like, I'm gonna start reading this. I'm almost done The Great Gatsby.
Oh shit! You have it.
Yeah, I bought it a while ago.
Yes, she told me.
But I plan on starting it this coming weekend now because I'm almost done The Great Gatsby.
Well, I was talking about
we'll go through it quick.
Cope is so big, you can't even remember the people getting.
No, it's his nipples.
But that's good. That's how big he's getting.
It's not that I'm big. It's not that I'm getting big. It's just I'm more dumb than usual.
You've never been big.
I've never been big.
It's a good book. You know what? It's
a good book.
If I wasn't
good book.
So much,
Look, I have the perfect shirt to just turn Italian all of a
Oh,
sudden.
it's a good book. I'm a Mario.
Need some more chest hair there popping out.
Oh, I know.
That's true.
Like that.
You need a gold chain.
There you go. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Hey, where's the spaghetti? Put it on the table.
There's some meatballs.
You're burning the steak.
Oh, yeah, Raging Bull. That would be good.
All of you sound like a better Mario.
We could easily do Mario.
Yeah.
You know what? When that comes out, I wouldn't mind doing a live review.
Oh no, I'm going to see that day one when it comes out. So we'll
when does it come out?
April 3rd, I think, or April.
Let me see.
It's in April. Early April.
Is anybody in the chat? April 7th.
Okay, spring release.
I will be seeing it. I will be seeing it April 7th. Yes. I have a Mario hat. Should I wear it to the movie theater?
Definitely, yes.
And then
one with the nerds.
Mrs. Sasquatch has a Luigi one, so
be one with the nerds. Yes.
Yeah. Do I do the accent while waiting in line at the movie though?
Just you know what? If you can, just grow
the
mustache out thicker.
Grow it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just do I need to buy like the red or the red shirt underneath and the
if you have just denim overalls, I think that will be good enough, in all honesty.
I think I could that would be great content before and after the movie, like going into the theater and then coming out and doing a review.
That's your YouTube shorts material right there.
No, what you should do is like what Ryan Kennel does is just come out of the theater, get in your car and do your review, your initial thoughts in your car.
Yeah. Do I do it in Mario voice though?
Yeah. No, yeah.
Vax is like, no.
I don't want to listen to a full review of that voice. No.
It'd be so funny.
Okay. It'd be funny for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Shut up, Cannoli. We want to hear you.
Exactly.
You guinea bastard. Shut up.
It's not that we want to hear you. It's just shut up.
Period. Yeah, no, I don't blame
Period.
you. Like, is he? I could just see the comment. Is he still talking? What the hell? Shut up. That's what you say about here. You say that behind my back when we leave the channel, don't you? Like, that guy's so fucking annoying, but he does ASMR as a Southern housewife, so.
Aww.
Oh, I could do Mario ASMR.
You just do Southern wife ASMR. Do the whole review as a Southern wife.
Oh, could you imagine? That would be great.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Come on, Copa. It's classic.
No.
It's classic.
Why can't I do Southern ASMR?
You could do Southern ASMR outside my ears anytime you want.
I just wanted to touch his little mustache.
Oh, God, that is awful. That is wicked.
Okay, I think it's time to go.
Yeah, we're getting punch drunk
anyway.
now. He did.
Right,
did we
anyway.
already, yeah, we threw Hans off the building.
We do have him on the building. He hugs Carl he hugs Al at the end.
Yeah, Al saves his life at the end.
Yeah. And then they
We
drive
forgot
off.
to talk about Argyle, the driver.
I liked Argyle. He was great comedic relief.
He was great.
Yeah.
What a name.
Asking him so many questions at the beginning of the movie.
Well, that's the whole. He's there for exposition.
Yeah.
So, and they hid the exposition really well.
They did.
Learned
It was,
right away.
Everybody was. Yeah.
Yeah, you learned right away. John was having marital problems. He's out there trying to save his marriage. And
by the way, I like this like dynamic that we don't see in marriages in modern movies anymore because it's more like, oh, they're just divorced and that's it.
Yeah.
But I miss this era of movies where it's like, oh, they're actually trying to fight for their marriage and trying to fix it rather than just walking away, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Just
don't know
a
if
nice
you guys
dynamic to see.
got to mention it earlier, but the whole point of the movie was basically instead of like from the adaptation that they were going to do, where a man drops his daughter from a building accidentally or whatever, is that it's based around a man trying to basically say I'm sorry to his wife.
Right.
In a roundabout way. He's just a typical man. He's stubborn about it. And
it's like, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be there.
And I like that scene where they first interact with each other when he arrives at the plaza, and he immediately she's just like, I miss you, and it starts off good, and then he decides to just go in aggressive and just like, oh, not enough to keep my last name though, right?
Change my name, yeah.
And then they get into an argument, and then right after she leaves, you're just like, why the fuck would you do that? I like that there are those moments where you see just John talking to himself.
Yeah,
I feel like
without
doing much, we get so much more of his character. That's all. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
appreciate that. Yeah.
100%.
So they use the quiet times in this movie to their
very
fullest.
well, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. That's why it's a great movie. It's just a well-rounded action movie. A lot of depth, and we get to see Hans Gruber. I mean, that again, if just Hans Gruber alone is worth the whole visit to the movie. He's fucking epic. Then we get a very good-looking Vex's version of bloody nipple John McClane is
Dashing Bruce Willis.
Dashing Bruce Willis. She's had a fun last 2 weeks. Lethal Weapon and Bruce Willis back to back. Wow.
Yeah, the lady boner is real.
You know what just came to Netflix as well? I think yesterday, Lethal Weapon 2.
Oh, just 2?
Just 2. Well, I mean, it came up on my recently added thing, so I'm gonna
definitely watch that.
It's
good.
But
that's
that,
good movie.
the whole Lethal Weapon thing has gotten me on a bit of a Mel Gibson train.
Good.
It's okay.
Yeah.
No. I just watched Fat Man over the weekend.
Oh, how was that?
It was good, wasn't it?
I liked it. At the end, I told Miss when I first my first thoughts were like, I don't know. I had to think about it. The next day, I was like, you know what? It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. The last 20 minutes of the movie are just batshit crazy, and it's great.
Yeah, when it turns into a Western.
Yeah.
And the effects had a good point too. The marriage dynamic in that movie was well done. They supporting each other, and it was just a good take. The more I thought about it, I was like, that was a pretty interesting take on the whole Santa thing. And it was just he's just like,
what I liked about it was in this world, everybody knows Santa's real.
Well, of course.
Everybody knows Santa's real and he exists, and they don't fucking.
Yeah, that's what's great about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I wish they would have changed, I think I told Vex this too, is that I know the kid had to be thrown in there as a hateful little shit. I wish
Ben
we would have
Shapiro?
gotten more. Yeah, and I wish we would have gotten
little
more.
Ben Shapiro getting a lump of coal.
Yeah, I wish we would have gotten more of the hitman, his backstory. I know you get little pieces about he had a shitty parents, he wanted new parents because that was the whole thing at the end, right? But
and you got like one toy from Santa of all the Christmas.
Yeah, like a little more of him
you
and
got
less
a
with
little
the
toy
stupid
car.
kid.
Yeah.
Well, to me, they
I
could have
haven't got
got
to
the
see
whole
this
kid.
yet. So hearing, I've read that.
God
before,
damn it! If they would have gotten the kid out of the movie, well, it's not a surprise. You know, if you've seen the trailer, why? What?
The kid's a piece of shit and gets a lump of coal.
He's a piece of shit.
I don't know. It just sounds entertaining that there's a little.
it's good. It's
It's fun.
Ben
That's fun. It's
Shapiro.
fun. It's a
yeah.
It's
Does
a
he
little,
do like
it's
an
a
ad
pitch.
in the middle of his talk?
Sorry, they have not described this adequately. Basically, this kid is a
Do
little
it.
shit stain that looks like Ben Shapiro. He's a spoiled brat. He comes from a wealthy family. He gets a lump of coal for Christmas and decides to use the family's hitman to kill Santa.
Yeah,
Sounds
basically.
exactly like how we were describing it, Vex. But thank you.
That's not at all how
No,
you're
we were
describing it.
kind of all over the place there
Yeah.
for a second, but
Does he talk
it
like Ben
was-
Shapiro?
No, he just
Yeah, he-
looks like Ben Shapiro.
Yeah, he looks like Ben Shapiro. I mean,
Nah,
like
he doesn't talk. He does that,
spitting
yeah.
spitting image.
yeah.
a
kind of a
miniature,
prick.
an even more miniature Ben Shapiro. There we
Would've
go.
been a lot funnier if he did.
Is that possible? But yeah,
Does he
and
have,
then the
does he have
third
a
act.
tumbler like this too?
No,
What's
it's
that?
no.
Oh,
no.
leftist tears.
Unfortunately, no. He just threatens
yeah.
people and gets medals. And
I can't
ribbons
stand it
and
that I
everything.
got a lump of coal for my Christmas. I can't stand it at all. And if you use my discount code, you can get 10% off of your Liberal Tears tumbler.
Oh, he does steal money from his grandmother, though. He does do that.
Yeah, he does.
forging
Maybe
checks
Ben
off
Shapiro
of
did that too. I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, let's not do Jew jokes right now.
What the fuck was with you? Last week it was little Indian in the corner, and now it's.
Jeez.
What is wrong with you, White Bear? You Tennessee
are-
people, man.
We are totally 9/11 this stream.
I know, better than Darky in the
stream
Sky.
is
It's time. It's time to go. Okay, let's go through the. Let's go
So-
around the. Let's go around here. So, where can we find you, lovely, sexy people? Who wants
Vex
to
is
start?
first. She's up there, above me.
It's like the Brady
She's
Bunch.
above.
You can find me on Twitter at Vex Electronica. You can also find me on www.thelambenseashow.com, where I post video game related content. And I also have a Sunday podcast, This Week in Gaming, which you can also find on Spotify.
It's true. That's beautiful. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Brought a tear
Thank
to my
you.
eye.
Should have used this ASMR voice, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, okay. Let me do it again then. Okay.
Do it.
You can find me over on Twitter at Vex Electronica as well. You can find anything gaming related, including reviews, over at thelambenseashow.com. I also do a weekly podcast every Sunday called This Week in Gaming, where we discuss everything and anything gaming related.
I'm sweating.
There you
White
go.
Bear, you should go. You should go
There's
next.
a lot of
since you were
nipple
just-
play
You were
tonight.
rubbing your. Where did he go? Oh, he got. I thought he got kidnapped in his cave.
No, I need a cigarette after that.
Yeah, that was pretty intense. Jesus. White Bear, where can we find you in your lovely ragged hair?
Well, you can find me in M. Night Shyamalan's cave.
Didn't know we still had the guitar.
Yeah, the
Just
whole
lost the guitar.
time. Yeah, it's actually just duct taped to me. So, anyway, but White Bear 2 on YouTube. It's a political thing, and I've got 4 days worth of videos already coming out this week, scheduled up, and
Nice.
worked my booty off getting those done. Because editing is like just so hard, and it's
Tell
just
me about it.
it's so hard to find material coming out of the Biden administration. These
Hell
days.
yeah.
I really don't
Really
know
hard.
what I'm
Yeah,
doing.
wow,
So,
yeah.
Really hard.
anyways, White Bear Whitey at the Twitters. You can find me there, and our beautiful. I just gotta quickly say our beautiful team of retweeters on Twitter. all the people helping us out on there for every one of these shows and just our posts in general. We really appreciate you. All the people in chat, you guys rock because we know a lot of you. So yeah, that's where you can find me.
Copa, you and your beautiful nippled head.
I told you one night I'm going to put a pepperoni right here and just do this. It'll just be a nice bouncing boob all night.
She's like, We got Ed Sheeran trying to fucking rock us out of the new year here. Let's
Hey, I'm doing Italian music for you.
No, he was playing my theme song.
Yeah. Copa, where can we find your lovely self?
You can find me on the Twitters at Copa Catania. And this week, actually tonight, I dropped an Avatar 2 review and just how lovely of a turd that movie is.
Great review. That was a fantastic review.
It was a great review.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Even for you, it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I'm surprised I even got to write it. I just told my wife, make fun. And she said, okay, honey. And she wrote it for me.
Aww.
She's good. Yeah.
That's why it's so good then. Noted.
Yeah, exactly.
Noted.
No, yeah, I hope I saved a couple bucks for people with that review. I really do. Don't go see that movie, people. Don't
save my money.
It's bad for
that.
you.
I'm not.
It's bad for your mind.
It's like smoking. It's bad.
Did you guys see the clip of James Cameron like flipping off a bunch of fans? Did you see that clip?
Yeah, they were.
No.
Yeah, he was getting into a car or something, and they wanted his autograph.
And then he just went straight into the limo instead, and then they all started booing him, and you just see the window come down, and he sticks out his
That's good.
He's king of the world.
Which, in all honesty, like some people were just like, "Oh, he's an asshole," but then I'm just thinking, like, what if it's just like those people that literally just camp out there for like autographs and photos, like paparazzi people? I mean, I wouldn't want to stop and engage with that either. I'm sure after all he's been in the industry for like 40 years. I'm sure he knows like crowd like that when he sees it, right? So
yeah, but it's like a group of people asking Copa to show off his nipples and all that, and it might be like that group of fans that you can show off your nipples to, but then the moment it gets caught on camera, it's a bad look. So
he didn't need to put the middle finger up. That's all. Like he could have just walked in the car and left it like that, right? Because people are going to misinterpret that, and that's exactly, I think, what people are doing. They're taking it as fans.
I think all the news that he's been putting out, his camp has been putting out about him and the low T and all that other shit.
The pregnant fighters and all that stuff. Fighters. Yep.
Oh yeah, we didn't touch on that tonight, and all the shit that my wife had to say about that, and she's almost 6 months pregnant.
We can. I can read out the quote that he said about it if we were to close out the show.
Do it.
Okay. Everybody's always talking about female empowerment, but what is such a big part of a woman's life that we as men don't experience? And I thought, well, if you're really going to go all the way down the rabbit hole of female empowerment, let's have a female warrior who's 6 months pregnant in battle. It doesn't happen in our society, probably hasn't happened for hundreds of years. But I guarantee you, back in the day, women had to fight for survival and protect their children, and it didn't matter if they were pregnant. And pregnant women are more capable of being a lot more athletic than we as a culture acknowledge. I thought, let's take the real boundaries off. To me, it was the last bastion that you don't see. Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel, all those other amazing women come up, but they're not moms, and they're not pregnant while they're fighting evil.
Well, on that note of idiocracy,
I'm ready. I'm depressed enough to go to sleep now.
Yeah, speaking of low T, I think I just lost 10 points.
Exactly. I was about to say, after listening
12.
to that, I think all the men in here just lost about 10 points in T.
There you go. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
This is a symptom of James Cameron, though. All the more reason not to see his movie.
Absolutely.
Oh, God, he's such
Keep your testosterone up, fellas.
Yeah, don't see the blue Smurf people hissing at each other.
Watch everything James Cameron did prior to Titanic.
Yeah, this, not that.
I still kind of like Titanic. Titanic's sort of a guilty pleasure. I'm gonna.
Yeah, but that's not a
honest.
teen movie.
Yeah,
You
and
want
it
to
has
keep your
tits in it.
testosterone.
Everybody likes tits.
James Cameron's movies, testosterone level stops at True Lies.
Yeah. Oh God, we got to do True Lies one day. My goodness, that's a great movie right there.
It's a great movie too. Yeah.
Fantastic action film.
And then we can talk.
Funny.
We can talk about, Jamie Lee Curtis. And
Oh God!
And how she looks like David Bowie with tits.
oh, my little child.
David Bowie's hot.
He's a sexy man with boobs.
Paper bag it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk. That's definitely a movie.
She is the queen of butterfaces, and I can't wait till we review that movie.
Movie. It's on the list.
Can we do that maybe after? What's the plan for after Eyes Wide Shut? By the way.
No, actually, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think I had a plan.
I thought we were going to take a week off because of New Year's.
Aren't we right after? Isn't New Year's Day on a Sunday?
Something like that. Both.
It is.
Both like.
The holidays falling weird.
Yeah, the holidays are falling on
New Year's Day is on a Sunday, so it would be January 2nd for us.
Yeah, y'all should.
So if we do January
by then,
I will. Yeah,
I will. Well, so January 26th, December 26th, since it's a Monday, and we don't have to technically do the show so late because I am not working that day at all. So we could do it earlier if need be. I don't know if we should stick to the same schedule or we do it earlier since everybody's going to be off. We don't have to do it late, unless you want to stick to the time frame. I don't care.
Start a poll. There you go.
Start a poll.
Yeah, we did a poll last time. We had to fucking do Gremlins.
Goddamn people.
15
Gremlins. Yeah. 10 seconds.
I will give Copa credit though. On the YouTube community poll, we had a lot less votes, but people did choose Eyes Wide Shut.
Very different communities on both platforms.
So we went with the majority in Twitter, which not probably a good idea. So,
maybe we should go with the YouTube poll. They know what they're doing.
I could do a YouTube poll this time for. I'll put it out and do what time should our next time. I don't know.
I like how we're just like, hey, fix the polls so we can do what we want. Why don't we just choose what we want to do?
We're not Democrats.
Democratic election here.
Yeah.
How about this? Just put a poll out, like if people would like to see an earlier show for our next one. That's all. You don't have to even put a time.
I'm just doing it on YouTube though. Was that what I'm doing?
I don't know. You pick where you want it, but like you don't have to put a specific time. That's all.
You see what you see her? She's just like, listen to me. Now. You're gonna do it now.
Stop ASMR yelling at us.
Yelling at me. That's Copa's job.
Yeah, you're the researcher. Okay. Stay in your lane.
Stop it.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God.
All right, pepperoni dipplehead. All right.
Anyway. So
see, I knew you liked it.
We will be back next Monday. Anyway.
Whether you
speaking
like it
of
or
that,
not.
For this Friday, Mrs. Cannoli Sasquatch and I and Filipino Meatball will be doing our kind of end of the year show. I don't know if we're going to come back with Whiskey and Cannoli's podcast until after the new year, but we're doing an end of the year Q&A show. So the people in the chat get to ask the questions. So you can submit those to me through Twitter, and I can give you an email address to send those to, or you can just come into the chat and do that. Kind of want to make it a fun show. May or may not be special guests dressing up as weird characters for Christmas. I don't know. Just saying. Yeah, I'm dressing up. It's going to be a fun time. But I'll reach out to some people, and then obviously we'll be back this Friday for that, 7:05 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then I'm guessing, the 26th we'll be back for our next Eyes Wide Shut, so Vex can get it out of her system. Jesus.
I'm not the only one who's pro Eyes Wide Shut, just saying.
That's true. No, I want to see it. We're going to see it. Well,
no, it's falling all on you.
Yeah, this is your fault.
I wasn't complaining about it whatsoever.
We're good. No, it's a good movie.
As he broke out the book last week.
Yeah, the Kubrick book.
You want to see my Kubrick Bible? Yeah. That's when I got all nerdy. You want to see? Yes.
Look at me.
You want to see my Bible?
Look at the pretty pictures.
Movies.
They're not pop out. There's no pop ups though, so I was disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's the only way you can read. I'm glad, but I'm glad your wife read my book to you. Tell her thank you.
Of course, she had to.
That's pretty sweet of Miss Cannoli.
That is really
yeah.
nice,
She's a nice lady. She's got a nice voice. You know, it was fun.
She's a nice lady.
She's a nice lady.
Anyway, on that note, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.
Bye.